agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for a school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. County Community College. Visit lccc.wy.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond.
Hey everybody, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, coming at you live about 6.5 minutes away from tip-off as we are getting everything ready to go here at Storey Gym near Cheyenne South Lady Bison, taking on the number 2 ranked Cheyenne East Lady Thunderbirds. Crosstown rivalry week for Lady Bison. Sorry for the delay in getting on with the S&J Science pregame show. South is 0-12 against Cheyenne East. They've never won a game against the East Lady Thunderbirds. In their last matchup on the 23rd of last year, Lady Bison lost 69-12 right here at Storey Gym. As a matter of fact, those 12 points the Lady Bison scored in that particular game is the lowest point total they've scored against Cheyenne East over at Storey Gym. Not the greatest internet connection we can have, so we're just going to keep broadcasting like we're going on, and hopefully that broadcast will just keep on and eventually come back on with you guys. So we're going to take a quick time out, come back here live on 1112 BISN for game action here on the Bison. 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming. This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic. It may not require a textbook.
Back here at Cheyenne historic Storey Gym, your Cheyenne South Lady Bison getting ready to play crosstown rivals Cheyenne East, the Lady Thunderbirds. We're going to go ahead and take a quick look at our starting lineups. Once again, I want to apologize if the internet connection keeps dropping. They put us on the public Wi-Fi out here, and that means everybody has access to it. So we're going to be going in and out during our broadcast, and just hang in there with us to give you the best coverage we can. So starting for the Lady Thunderbirds, you got number 15, the 6'1 senior, Jazzy Espinoza, followed by the 5'10 senior, number 22, Mackenzie Fagenbush. The senior, number 24, 5'8, Amber Carlson. Number 31, the 5'7 junior, Abby Erickson. And then number 52, the 5'11 junior, Kaylee McEwen. McEwen is going to be Deja King. Bill Lyons out here. Ref, got some great officials out here from Casper. As we are getting ready to tip it off here at Storey Gym. Once again, I do want to apologize if the stream keeps dropping. They do have us on the public Wi-Fi out here. We are efforting trying to get on a better internet connection, but until that happens, we might as well just give you what we got, and we're going to keep broadcasting like we're not dropping. So the stream will keep clipping in and out. If it does, we do apologize for that. My guest commentator tonight is going to be Phil Vigil. Phil, the real deal Vigil. He's going to be dropping in to cover in for Steve McDonald. We'll tell you a little bit later what's going on with Steve and why he's not here tonight. I want to give a shout out to all listeners. And I want to apologize to the new Wyoming Tribune Eagle guy that's sitting next to me, as he's going to be introduced to 1112 BISN right away and how it can be. As we get ready to do the national anthem. Cheyenne South Choir doing the national anthem for us. Once again, we do apologize for the bad internet connection we have here at Storey Gym. We just got to learn how to deal with it. Every time we broadcast here, we have a bad connection, and it's one reason why we didn't play the games here. But what can you do? Mackenzie Faggot-Bush being introduced. So once again, the East Lady Thunderbirds average 49 points a game. They shoot 36% overall from the field. Throw line, they shoot 51% as a team. They average 32 rebounds a game. South will be the home team tonight. So then the next time we play them, we will be the visiting team. So our starting lineup's getting ready to be introduced. And they're doing Gilligan's Island up there up top. They got a nice little video montage going up on the board here. You guys can kind of see it. I'll raise it up here a little bit for you. So once again, for those of you that are able to watch the video stream, we are having internet issues at Storey Gym, which is no surprise as we run into them here. So we will not be broadcasting the next games Friday or in 3 weeks when we play again due to the internet connection. So number 22, Callista Martinez being introduced once again. She's a freshman averaging 6 points a game. Number 4, Angie Liggett, the sophomore, averaging 4.5 points a game. Then number 10, Autumn, she's the surprise player that's come on, also a freshman, averaging 6 points a game. Number 21, the junior, the scorer for the Lady Bison, Felicia Senna, 11 points a game. And then Deja King, the senior, 8.5 points a game for the Lady Bison as we get ready to tip off here at the historic Very historic Storey Gym. So historic, the internet doesn't like to work for me historic. That's how historic this building is. But it's nothing new. Every year we broadcast here, we have those internet connections, and the newspaper guys just going to have to hear me complain about it all night long. So here we are in the jump circle. You've got number 24, Deja King, and then number 15, Jazzy Espinoza, about the same height. King wins the jump. Liggett in the backcourt gets the toss. She gets it in the front court. South right to left on your computer screen, your tablet. Senna, left side, gives it back to Liggett, who goes far side, right side to Shrove. Shrove back to Liggett. Liggett to Senna. Near side baseline. She gets guarded, and she throws the ball, and it's safe from going out of bounds. Whew, I thought that was going to be a turnover. Senna, near side baseline with a three, and she hits it. Senna on the board early, as now East brings the ball up. That's number 24, Carlson. Carlson in between the circles, gets it near side to number 31, Erickson. Drives near side baseline, kicks it back out to Carlson. Carlson, top of the key, being guarded by Senna. Gets screen, goes far side, left side, kicks it back out to Fagenbush. Fagenbush skip past to number 31, Erickson. And there's a miss, and it's going to be a putback by number 52, McEwen. Liggett, far side, right side. To keep the baseline, back to Senna. Senna to Liggett. Gave it to Martinez. She wasn't expecting it. Now Shrove has it to a cutter. Oh, she just mishandled the pass. Martinez stops to Martinez. Martinez with the near side baseline three, and she hits. South leads 6-2. Carlson into the front court, being guarded by Senna. There's a screen. She goes far side, left side, near side wing, kicks it back out. Oh, off of her foot, turnover South. And number 11, Blaney, checking in. And I just memorized everybody's names, and now they have to change somebody up on me. So Blaney comes near side. She kicks it back out. I'm being straight lined right now, but Espinoza picks up the loose ball. She dribbles, and there's a turnover. South still leading 6-4. 5:19 left in the first quarter. That score brought to you by LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics. I want to give a shout out to Scott Noble, who get this web streaming station started. We'll go more into that later on in the boys' game. Senna with the ball to Shrove. Shrove in between the circles, back over to Senna. Senna to Shrove. Shrove down low. Deja King with the turnaround jumper from the short corner, and she misses. East into the front court. That's number 31 to Espinoza. Espinoza with the pull-up jumper. She gets it to fall in, and your score is tied 6-6. Liggett to Shrove. Shrove gets by everybody, completely misses the basket, rebounded East. 31 Erickson into the front court, comes near side to back to Erickson. Erickson goes far side to number 11 Blaney. Blaney with the three. She misses. Rebound King. Turnover King. You got to keep an eye on Fagenbush. She can hit those threes. But Erickson decides to take it herself. That's 3 points for Erickson. Now it's 9-6. East has their first lead. Liggett tries to throw it off the backboard, misses. Rebound Erickson for East. Quickly into the front court is Blaney. Blaney goes far side, left side. Comes back to Erickson. Over to McEwen. Gets to Espinoza. Espinoza up and in. 11-6 now is your score. Senna, skip pass to Shrove. Shrove drives near side baseline, gets cut off, throws up a shot, gets blocked by two East defenders, but McEwen going to get credited with that block. In comes the subs. Number 12, the freshman, Jaya Brown. Once again, South is a very, very young team. They'll have 4 freshmen with regular rotation in here. So like I've said to all of our people listening or watching that have been following us, this might not be this year, but next year and the year after, this South team is going to be good. That's a good call. Went off east. Coach Horsley kind of agrees. Lions with the call. Senna comes near side to Martinez. Loses control. Kicks it back out to Shrove. Shrove drives it to the free throw line and throws it to the front row of Storey Gym. Turnover South. Trailing 11-6. There's Jaya Brown, talented freshman. She misses the layup. Man, we got to hit these high percentage shots. Chance against the number 2 ranked team in the state. 11 to number 3. That's Sienna Miller. She misses, gets her own rebound. She kicks it back out to number 5. Roter. Jaya Brown quickly into the front court to Senna. Senna pulls up, gives it back to Brown. Brown reverses it, comes to Robinson. Robinson back to Brown. Brown with the ball, getting the call. Sorry, we're working on the internet connections here as we are trying feverishly to get our internet up. If we cannot get this up by the boys' game, we are going to close shop and call it a night. There's Rashida Robbins going to get called with that. It's going to be Rashida Robinson's first foul. Team first, South trailing 11-8. First free throw is up and in. That's number 31, Erickson, who is a 71% free throw shooter. Actually, the best free throw shooter on the team. So if there was somebody to foul, it wasn't her. Second free throw is up and in, and that pushes the lead back up to 5. 13-8 is your score. Jaya Brown for the Bison gets into the front court, far side, right side to Liggett. Liggett to Brown. Brown, top of the key, gets it near side to Shrove. Shrove gets cut off. Lou almost loses control of the dribble. Far side, Senna. Far side baseline 3, she misses. And that's good. Rounds off Erickson. South ball underneath East basket, trailing 13-8, 1:28 left. So Senna with the ball near side. Gets the ball stolen away. That's number 5. Roter. Is it Roter? We will figure it out. South battling for the loose ball. They're going up, and it's going to be East ball, trailing 13-8. And McEwen with the basket. Makes it a 15-8 lead. Jay Brown quickly into the front court. Goes over to Liggett. Liggett back to Brown. Brown drives, attacks, kicks it out to Shrove. Shrove near side to Brown. Gets the ball batted out of bounds by number 5, Roter, who averages 5 points a game for the Lady Thunderbirds. Kenzie Fagenbush checking back in for the Lady Thunderbirds. She averages 8 points a game. Not many 2-point attempts. She's pretty much a deep threat for the Lady Thunderbirds. King, back to Brown. Under a minute left. King loses control of the pass, saves it, gives it off to Brown. Brown loses control of the pass. She picks it back up. Over to Liggett, who drives baseline, and she's going to be fouled as she drives. And that's going to be on number 11, Blaney. Her first foul. Is that? Oh, that's her second foul. Fagenbush almost steals the inbound, and it gets stolen. I'm sorry, that's Erickson. Erickson goes up. She misses, and she's going to be fouled by the freshman, Jaya Brown. That's one sign of a young team, is they're going to make youthful mistakes like that one there. And Senna set to check back in. First free throw is up, and she misses. Well, she is a 71% free throw shooter. She can't hit. Carlson checks back in. Floor for your Lady Bison is Brown, Martinez, Liggett, King, and Senna. 30 seconds left in this first quarter. Martinez to King. King loses the dribble. That should have been a travel. She rolled over, but instead we're going to get a foul on Jaya Brown. So on the floor for your Lady Bison, you've got you've got two freshmen, a sophomore, a junior, and a senior. So now you got two seniors, a sophomore, and a freshman. So youth is the key word.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wi.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-500.
She's going to get fouled by Fagenbush, and that's going to be 2 shots. Martinez, a 61% free throw shooter.
Knock him down, Callista. Hey, 42 to 32, man.
First free throw just rolls off the side and in. 17-9 is your score. Martinez with 4 points on the game. And she hits both, makes it 17-10. Erickson quickly to McEwen. McEwen kicks it off to number 5, and that's going to be Espinoza now from the low block. She gets it to go in, and it's 19-10. And Liggett into the front court. She comes near side to Shrove. Shrove back to Liggett. She drives in, gets it down low, and it's going to be off of Moore's hands, out of bounds. Turnover South. And that's going to be rebounded by the Lady Thunderbirds. That is number 5, Roeder. She's going to get the ball tipped out of bounds. And Miller checking back in, averaging just under 3 points a game. South trailing 19-10. On the floor is Reagan Moore, Liggett, Felicia Senna. That should be a foul on. You can't displace a legally set defender. Jazzy Espinoza pretty much moved her 3 feet. But it wasn't called, so you just can't cry over spilt milk. So Senna, skip past to Shrove. Shrove tips it with her fingers, gets control of it. She's being guarded by Erickson. She comes near side, finds a lane. She's going to get fouled. That's going to be a blocking foul on Espinoza. They're going to call it on number 31, Erickson. Erickson called with the foul. She's got 5 points. Team 6th. That's only her first foul. (21-10) your score. That's the largest lead of the game, actually. There's a 3. That's going to hit nothing but the bottom of the net because it was an air ball. And that's going to be South ball as Rashida Robinson checking in now. So on the floor is Robinson, King, Senna, Liggett, and Martinez for your Lady Bison. And once again, hopefully we have the internet connection issues straightened out. We will let you know once we get going again. Turnover South. Miller with the ball. She kicks it off near side to Fagenbush. Fagenbush back to Miller. Miller puts up a three. She's a little long with it, and that's going to be off of Espinoza's hands. South ball, trailing 21-10. So Liggett with the ball. South trailing by 11, largest deficit of the game. East running a 2-3 zone. That should have been a foul on Espinoza, and that should have been a foul on Carlson. And they're finally going to get Espinoza with the foul. She actually fouled her about 3 or 4 times on that one single play. So based on my score sheet, she'd have like 8 fouls right now, but she technically only has 2. But she's got 8 points. South back to the free throw line. Deja King. Just misses the first one. She's a 52% free throw shooter on the season, averaging 8.5 points a game.
41 and 32. Make something happen, Chief.
Second free throw. And she hits the same side of the rim that she did on the first one that missed. Carlson back into the front court, gives it off to number 31, Erickson. Erickson back to Miller. Now Miller has it as bound to Espinoza. Nice little move for Espinoza. She's going to get fouled by King, and that's going to just roll off the side of the rim, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Espinoza averaging 8.3 points a game. 51% from the free throw line. You're not going to be able to see it right now as we are straight lined by Coach DeBryan and the official. First free throw. Missed. Second free throw. Gets that one to fall. 22-10 now is your score. Lady Bison trailing. Senna to Liggett. Nice attacking move for Liggett. She goes just to the left of the basket. And now Miller with the ball. Miller slows her dribble in between the circles. Picks up her dribble. Goes left side to Erickson. To number 24, Carlson. Puts up a shot from the free throw line. She misses. Rebound, Espinoza. Up and in, and she's already surpassed her season at her points per game average. Liggett with the 3, and she hits. Only the 5th point of the quarter for South as they're trailing 24-13. Turnover, fight for the loose ball, and that's going to be East ball. So Brown, Moore, and Shrove checking in. So Brown, Moore, Shrove, Martinez, and Senna on the floor for your Lady Bison. Carlson gets the ball, hooks, doesn't get called for it. Miller down to McEwen, back. And here comes Fagenbush. Good, well defended by Martinez. Cannot let Fagenbush shoot that 3. She likes to shoot those 3s. And number 4 now, Miller, goes far side to Miller. Fagenbush down low to McEwen. McEwen travels. I didn't even see it, and I called it a travel. Brown to Senna. Senna far side back to Brown. Brown near side to Shrove, and it's going to go right out of bounds off of Miller's hands. So we've got number 3, Miller, and number 4, Miller for the Lady Thunderbirds. That's going to just really mess me up. That's a tongue tie there. Brown picks up her dribble to Shrove. Shrove down low to Martinez. Martinez throws up a shot, rebounded by Carlson. Carlson quickly into the front court, going to be met by Shrove. Shrove, good defense, falls for the hesitation, misses, rebounded by Shrove to Brown. Now Brown into the front court, back to Shrove. Shrove down low to Moore, who cannot control the pass. Oh my goodness. Fagenbush with the ball. She's looking over the defense. She comes near side to Miller. Miller dribbles in between the circles to Carlson. Carlson with the 2. She misses. Rebounded by Moore. Moore picks up her dribble, and it's going to be foul, number 52, McEwen. And that's going to send Reagan Moore to the free throw line. East fans not happy with that call. They're more than welcome to get the stripes on and put a whistle in their mouth and call the same thing. 30-second timeout here on the floor. We're going to stay right here with them. South trailing 24-13, and I'll tell you right now, it's been turnovers, turnovers, and turnovers. Lady Bison have had plenty of chances to attack the basket. They've had the right idea going in. They just have been missing passes. They're not able to catch the passes. So it's really just making sure that they hold on to the pass, always expecting the pass. So that's going to send Reagan Moore to the free throw line. 50% free throw shooter, averaging just under 3 points a game. And it's missed. Rebounded by Espinoza. Espinoza to Erickson. Erickson comes near side, being guarded by Senna. Good defense by Senna. Tries a cross throw for Senna. Doesn't fall for McEwen with the ball. Gets it right in front of the rim. Misses. Gets her own rebound. Puts it back up. Misses. Got to box out, though. Quit jumping for the ball and box out. That's how you get a rebound. Martinez gets the rebound. She's going to be fouled by Martinez. By Espinoza. They don't call anything. She's going to throw it out of bounds. And now number 4, Angie Liggett checking in, the sophomore. So number 31, Erickson, going to inbound right in front of us, being guarded by Senna. They get the ball to Espinoza. Espinoza down low to McEwen. McEwen gets the shot blocked, and they're going to call a foul on Liggett. And now the South fans aren't happy. No one's happy. First free throw is up and in. McEwen, a 53% free throw shooter on the season, she's actually the team's leading scorer. She averages just under 11 points a game. It's always cool when you see your logo up on the screen. Second free throw misses, rebounded by Martinez. She's going to be fouled by Espinoza. Espinoza looking around like, what did I do? You had 2 officials blow the whistle on it. That's her 3rd foul. She's got 11 points. South trailing by 12. One and one. So number 14, Kelsey Kroc checking in, averaging just under 2 points a game. Martinez, first free throw is up and in. 61% free throw shooter on the season. She's got 6 points. That's exactly what she averages on the season. Second free throw is up and in. She hits both as she's got 7 points now. Scores 25-15. South trailing by 10. Their largest deficit was 15 points at 25-10. They've gone on a 5-0 run. South with the ball at Storey Gym. For those of you who are used to watching us since they've been playing these games here at Storey Gym, we've had nothing but broadcast issues with the internet. So the Lady Thunderbirds have the ball with under 2 minutes left in the half, leading 25-15. They're going to inbound underneath their own basket. Croc with the ball, gives it over to Fagenbush. Fagenbush has nothing but cheerleaders in front of her, and she misses. Rebounded by Shrove. Shrove loses the ball. She's going to get knocked out of bounds. McEwen throws up the ball. She misses. Croc with the ball, and she gets it to go in. 27-15 is your score. Shrove stops her dribble, being guarded by Erickson. Erickson, good defense, and that forces the turnover. 27-15 is your score. Erickson back into the front court. Down low to Croc. Over to Miller. Miller being guarded by Brown. Good defense. They get it down low to Croc. Croc scores. She's got 4 points. She averages 2 on the season. Actually, she averages 1.6 on the season, and she has scored the last 4 points for the Lady Thunderbirds, and they've upped that lead back up to 14. 29-15 is your score. It's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take one with them here on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison network.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship.
Back here from that timeout, your Lady Bison trailing right now, 29-15 is your score. Martinez to Robinson, who's checked in. Robinson to center, near side. East still playing that zone. Martinez gets it in, pulls it up in the paint, misses off the glass. Rebound McEwen. McEwen gives it off to Miller. Miller over to Fagenbush. Fagenbush back to Miller. Down low to McEwen. McEwen drives in, throws up a little runner, misses, but it's rebounded by Croc, and we're going to have a jump ball. Kobe Floyd going to save the day. 6'2" senior for the South High Bison. So Liggett with the ball, comes into the front court, just 40 seconds left in the first half. Martinez gets the ball stolen away by Miller. Erickson corrals the loose ball. She drives in untouched, and she misses. Martinez rebounds the ball. She throws it right to Fagenbush. Fagenbush gets the layup in. 31-15 is your score. Robinson throws it over the East bench. 31-15 is 16 seconds left in this first half. And this first half has been just, unfortunately, turnovers for the Lady Bison. Erickson to McEwen. McEwen near side. To Fagenbush. Down in the low block. Turnaround jumper misses. Rebounded by Miller. Misses. Miller almost gets the rebound, but King pulls it down. And it's going to be halftime. Your score is 31-15. We're going to take a timeout. Come back here for second half action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison network.
Sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
not getting the emails on the intercom?
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wy.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003. Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wy.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003. Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wy.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 5003. With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. And we are back here for second half action on 11-12 BISN. Once again, we do apologize for all the network issues we had earlier in the game as we were battling firewall issues, and we still are, but at least we're broadcasting right now. For the guys watching that want to watch the boys game, we're going to try to get that figured out. We will, I'm sure, get something figured out. But for now, your score is your Lady Bison trailing 31-15 to the second-ranked team in the 4A conference, the East Lady Thunderbirds. Now, they are tied in the 4A conference at second place, so it's not like they are a full second place all to themselves. I'm going to give the newspaper guys some room here. I feel bad. He's the new sports guy, and I've taken up all the space on the table. Jeremiah sitting next to him. This is the first time I've seen Jeremiah all year, I think. It's only been a month, though. Bill Lyons galloping right in front of us. And the Lady Bison start off. Moving from left to right, that's Shrove, far side, left side, over to Martinez. Martinez in between the keys to Liggett for the 3, just front rims it. Rebound, McEwen. McEwen to Fagenbush. Fagenbush dribbles it slowly into the front court. They're moving from right to left now. That's there is the Lady Thunderbirds. I've got my Carhartt coat on in the middle of Storey Gym in the middle of a game because it's freezing in here. And you cannot just let her drive by like that, but you know what? She's a good player. That's Jazzy Espinoza, as she's got 13 points on the game. South to Senna. Senna, nice little fake, gets to just a little over the short corner. It's about 12 feet. It's going to go out of bounds off of the Lady Thunderbirds. Fagenbush doesn't agree with the ref, but it did. So, Senna going to inbound underneath their own basket. She gets it into King. King gets it off the glass and in. That's her first points of the game. Can't write when you got napkins underneath your papers. Remember that, Alan. Okay, so almost stolen away. Erickson picks up the loose ball, gives it over to Espinoza. Espinoza picks up a dribble. Long 2. Misses. Rebounded by Espinoza. And they give it off to Fagenbush. Fagenbush down low to McEwen. McEwen over to Erickson. Erickson, right side wing, misses. Rebound by Carlson, and Carlson gets her first points of the game. South quickly into the front court. That's Senna. Senna far side. Back to Liggett. Liggett the sophomore. Back to the junior. Senna puts up the 3. Almost banks it in. Misses. Rebound Liggett. Liggett to Senna. Senna. Back to Liggett. Now near side, right side to Shrove. Shrove down low to Martinez, who gets hammered, and she's going to go to the free throw line for 2. Martinez with 7 points. I will let the fans know what's going on. The one bad thing about sitting courtside at Storey is you don't get a good camera view. She hits her first free throw. She's 100%. 35-18 is your score now, as Espinoza is going to be subbed out by number 11, Blaney. Second free throw attempt is up and in. 9 points for the freshman. South employing a full court defense. Easily broken by the Lady Thunderbirds. Carlson jump stops. And they give it down low to Blaney. Blaney power dribbles into the lane, misses. Rebound, King. King to Liggett. Liggett to Martinez now. Gets into the front court right in front of us. Comes near side to Shrove. Shrove gives it back down low, and it's going to be turned over South. Erickson with the ball. Gets into the front court, goes far side, right side, down low to Blaney, out of bounds, Lady Bison ball. Now, number 11, Reagan Moore checking in. Moore, the 5'7" sophomore. Shrove, near side with the ball. Now to Liggett. Liggett reverses it, and that's going to be Martinez. Back to Liggett, back to Shrove. Drives in. She misses. Rebound Fagenbush. Fagenbush quickly ahead to number 31, Erickson. Down to Blaney. Blaney low block, back to Erickson. Top of the key to Fagenbush. Over to Carlson now, far side corner. Now baseline. Ooh, that's McEwen with the ball. She puts it up and in. And McEwen picks up her 9th point of the game. Scores 37-19. Want to thank all the viewers for checking in. Want to apologize for all the internet issues we had earlier. As now Shrove skip past to Senna. Senna. Far side, 3, misses. Martinez saves it, but she's out of bounds. Turnover South. I wouldn't say turnover. Missed offensive rebound. Scores 37-19. Coach DeBrine playing a lot of youth on this team, knowing that's going to pay off here in a year or two. Espinoza to Carlson. Carlson quickly into the front court. Sets it up. Top of the key. Down low to a wide open Blaney. Blaney picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go. She's being double teamed. Gives it off to Espinoza. Espinoza puts up a runner. Off the glass, up and in. Espinoza in the game with 3 fouls. She just picked up her 15th point, though. 4:30 left, 39-19. As that is Martinez with the ball. South. You know, I'm going to say right now as Senna drives in and misses the shot, you know, a lot of it can be played to the youth of this team. We've got some leadership like Rashida Robinson and Felicia Senna and Deja King, but we got a lot of young players that have got to learn the speed of the varsity game. Like Jaya Brown, for example. She is a very good. And there's a 3 by number 22, Fagenbush. And there's going to be a foul on number 24, Carlson. Second team foul on East as Robinson and Brown check in. So it's going to be a matter of these young girls picking up the speed of this game. If they can do that, they'll be in good shape. Like I said earlier in the season, maybe not this year. Next year, they'll be better. And then the year after that, they'll be one of the top teams in the state. Mark my words. As Robinson gets her shot block, gets her own rebound, gets it over to Martinez, now to Liggett. Liggett over to Jaya Brown in between the circles. Jaya Brown calls out a play, gives it off near side to Robinson. Nowhere to go. Is they're just going to play the zone, play against the zone. Skip pass, almost intercepted. Over to Martinez, and she gets the shot from the short corner to fall. 42-21 your score. 11 points for the freshman. And that's number 5, Roder. I know I'm saying that wrong. Roder? Miller with the ball now. No, it's Roder. Miller to Blaney, to Espinoza. Espinoza dribbles it off of Martinez's foot. Stays East ball. Liggett tying her shoe. So Roder, that's her name. Fagenbush, you can't leave Fagenbush open, but you can't leave Miller open under the basket for an offensive rebound like that. 44-21 your score. Robinson to Martinez. Martinez pulls up for the short jumper, misses. Rebound, Moore. Nice dribble in. Gets the ball knocked out by Fagenbush. Fagenbush in the backcourt, brings the ball up into the front court, far side. Fast-paced game here, 44-21, 2:20 left in the third quarter. Martinez guarding Fagenbush. Here comes the screen. She gets screened by Espinoza. She covers that roll nice. Fagenbush still reverses it. And here comes a shot. Miss. Rebound. Cannot battle your own teammate for the rebound. Martinez comes down with it. She's going to get fouled. Bailey gets called for the foul. I didn't even know a black 2 was in the game. Is that what, did he say 2? Brown, far side to Robinson. Robinson back to Brown. So South they've got to be patient against the zone defense. Things like that don't usually work. Thankfully, it went off of the lady of Erickson's hands out of bounds. Oh, we got a dandy coming up in the second game of the doubleheader as your South Bison boys, one of the top defensive teams in the state, will take on the East Thunderbirds, one of the top offensive teams in the state. And East, since they got their suspended teams player back that one game they came back on, they put it to Campbell County. That's a dangerous team. Three-pointer bar. Martinez, nothing but net. Martinez with the 3. That gives her 14. There's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take one with them on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first-year premiums. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Coming back from that timeout, your Lady Bison trail 44-24, a minute and a half left in this third quarter. We're back here for second half action as Coach DeBryan's getting in on the screen. Want to give a shout out to the DeBryans down in Florida. Grandma and Grandpa DeBryan, thank you for listening. And now Allmiller with the ball. Gives it off to Erickson. To Espinoza. Espinoza drives in, too easy. And that's going to be rebounded by Reagan Moore. Turnover. Erickson with the steal. Allmiller with the 3. She misses. Rebounded by Miller. There's too many Millers on the floor. I can't say it. I just can't do it. So, on the floor for your Lady Bison. Liggett, Martinez, Moore, Brown, and Robinson. Miller inbounds to Allmiller. Back to Miller. To Espinoza, to McEwen. Drives in, loses the ball. Miller recovers it. Rebound Martinez. And she's going to throw it off of the East Lady's leg, and it's going to go off of Martinez's leg. Back to East. Senna checking back in. She's only got 3 points. She's going to check in for Martinez, who's the leading scorer right now for the Lady Bison. Miller travels. She skipped to the loo. Turnover East. South trailing. 54 seconds left in this third quarter. 44-24. Want to give a shout out to Robert Martinez, American National Insurance, S&J Signs, and LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics, especially Scott Noble, who's going to New Mexico to become an AD down there. 3 is missed. Martinez checked back in, by the way. And that's going to be thrown out of bounds. South ball. Well, Lady Thunderbirds were brought down back to earth after last week when they played Campbell County. And they were not treated very nice at home by the Lady Camels. We're going to go over the 4 East Conference rankings before tonight's game. Liggett throws it right to Espinoza. Espinoza being guarded by Brown. She gets by her. She's far side, right side, gives it off to Miller. Miller to Erickson. Erickson to McEwen. McEwen, top of the free throw line, gives it off to Erickson. Erickson off the glass, misses, rebounded by Martinez. To Senna. Miller intercepts, and that's the end of the third quarter. Your score, 44-24. We're going to take a timeout, come back here for fourth quarter action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.
A textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As we're about to start fourth quarter action here at Storey Gym, your South Lady Bison trailing 24-44 to the number 2 ranked Lady Thunderbirds. So here's the 4A East Conference rankings coming into tonight. Sitting at number 1 is Thunder Basin, followed by number 2 at Campbell County. Gillette Affair up there for the top 2. Number 3, Sheridan, followed by Cheyenne East, Cheyenne Central, Laramie, and then Cheyenne South. In the 4A West, you've got Kelly Walsh, Evanston, Rock Springs, Natrona, Jackson, and Green River. So how the 4A East Conference playoffs are going to work this year is, since we've got an odd number of teams, there's 7 teams, Fagenbush with the 3, she hits. Since there's an odd number of teams, the 7th seeded team will not make the trip to the 4A East Conference Regionals. So it's important that South does not end up in that seed. Robinson tries to return back, misses. It's going to be rebounded off of Moore's hands. East ball, 47-24 is your score. So on the floor for the Lady Bison is Martinez, Moore, Senna, Liggett, and Robinson. That's your girls' rankings. Other action going around the state. Cheyenne Central is over at Laramie tonight for girls at 7 p.m. Now, these are all the girls' games coming up this weekend. Tomorrow, you've got Campbell County at Sheridan at 5:30. Then on Friday, you've got Thunder Basin at Campbell County, Laramie at Cheyenne East. Cheyenne South here versus Cheyenne Central will be the road team for that one. Rock Springs at Kelly Walsh, Green River at Natrona, and then Jackson at Evanston. And then Saturday, you've only got 3 games going on in the 4A as Sheridan goes to Thunder Basin, Green River at Kelly Walsh, McEwen banks it up and in, and then Rock Springs and Natrona. So the game to watch is going to be on Friday as the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state, the Gillette teams, battle off. Thunder Basin at Campbell County at 6. We'll go over the boys' matchups here pretty soon. Senna drives in, kicks it out to Martinez for 3. She misses, rebounded by Moore over to Robinson. Robinson, short jumper misses, rebounded by number 11, Blaney. Fagenbush into the front court to Erickson. Erickson, far side, to number 11, Blaney. To Carlson. To Fagenbush for 3. She's hit like 2 or 3 of those this quarter. She's got 11 points. 52-24. You got to keep an eye on her. You cannot let her shoot. That's all she shoots. Three-pointer by Senna's up and in. That's only her 6th point of the game, her 2nd field goal of the game. 52-27 is your score. Erickson into the front court. Calls out a play. 5:40 left. She goes far side, right side. Picks up her dribble. Over to McEwen. McEwen skip pass to number 11, Blaney. Puts up a jumper, misses. Rebounded by Carlson. To McEwen. Down low to Blaney. Up and off the glass, misses. Rebound by McEwen. Off the rim, misses. Gets her own rebound, puts it back up and in. McEwen with a 2-point shot. South leading 54-27. Liggett into the front court. Liggett kicks it over to Senna. McEwen played a lot with a lot of these girls in junior high school and then moved to East in high school. Seems to be the trend. Let's play junior high where we have to go to another school for high school. Did I just say that on air? Oh, well. It's my station. I guess I can. Senna, back to Liggett. Liggett to Senna. Senna thought about it, back up to Liggett. Now they reverse it far side, left side to Robinson. Just a little long off the iron, rebounded by Fagenbush. Fagenbush in the backcourt, dribbles it into the front court, calls out a play, looks over the court. She comes left side, near side to Blaney. Blaney being guarded by Senna. Good defense. Carlson reverses it far side to Fagenbush, to McEwen. McEwen puts it up in. That's too easy. She just backed her down with no resistance. 56-27 is your score. I want to give a shout out to Steve McDonald and his family. Steve lost his dad on Friday, so that's why he's not broadcasting with me tonight. I want to say love you guys and hope you're doing well. And prayers to you and your family for the morning and good memories that you've had with your dad. So 56-29 is your score, just under the 4-minute mark. Timeout. Looks like it's going to be a 30-second timeout. We're going to take a 30-second timeout with you on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison network.
I'm but one of American National's clients. Thanks, Tina. That's my insurance agent. American National is some of the most generous reward programs in the industry, like cash back. If you go claim-free for 3 consecutive years, they'll send you a check for 25% of your first-year auto and home premiums. It's being smart with your money. For my insurance, I don't want to be lectured, I want to be heard. American National listens and offers the right coverage with real rewards. American National. Smart thinking rewarded.
Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
Back here for fourth quarter action here as number 5 is checked in for the Lady Thunderbirds, and that is Miller bringing the ball up. She gives it off to number, I can't see that number, 12? I don't even have number 12 on my roster. That doesn't mean she doesn't there. That's number 2, actually. That's going to be a foul. Miller gets called with the foul as Miller looked on. We're the Millers. That's a great movie, isn't it? And the shot's up and in. That's going to be Senna with 8 points now as Miller brings the ball up the floor. East comfortably ahead, unfortunately. And that's going to be a foul on Autumn Shrove. Boys action set to kick off about 10 to 15 minutes after this game. I'd like to get an interview with Coach DeBryan after this game, if he's in the mood to talk. I'm trying to see if he'll look this way. He usually looks this way at least once in the broadcast. So Miller to Miller. I'm sorry, that's number 2. Oh, I don't know about that. So Brooke Bailey is number 2. She's the mysterious number. Senior Summer Sevchuk going to check in, number 20. She's going to check in for Angie Liggett, the sophomore. So they're going to call Jaya off. We had 6 players. The refs got to pay attention to that. There's a 3. As we are looking to see who made it. Number 4, Miller made it. Senna being guarded by Miller. Down low, knocked out of bounds by number 2, Brooke Bailey. So we've got Tiffany Miller, who's number 4, and Sydney Miller. I'm going to have fun with that the next couple of years. Shrove takes it all the way around, misses, rebound. They're going to say there's a foul on the floor, though. So hopefully after the game, Coach DeBryan can join us real quick. Get his thoughts on the rivalry as he's coached at Central and now coached at South. Liggett to Shrove. Shrove with the ball being guarded by Miller to Deja King. Puts it on the floor. Turnaround jumper up and in. Deja picks up her 4th point. 59-33 is your score as Miller passes it back off to Miller, and Miller brings it back into the front court. Back to Miller. Miller. Looking to number 2, Bailey. Near side to Miller. Miller skips it to Croc. Back to Miller. I'm just saying all these names because Croc with the 3. She hits. As she's like quadrupled her season average. That's 7 points. So Liggett with the ball. She comes near side. She drives in, picks up her dribble, throws it off the glass, misses. It's going to be rebounded to Miller from East. South trailing 62-33, 1:37 left. Miller gets into the front court, being guarded by Liggett. And now that's Miller with the ball. She's looking. So the South Lady Bison, once again, I said, is a young team, and there's a travel. Forces a travel on Croc. And with young teams, unfortunately, you make youthful mistakes. But like I said, if it's not going to happen this year, next year you're going to see a big leap of improvement. As a lot of these key freshmen are going to see the game start slowing down for them next year. And then if it doesn't even happen next year, then the year after that, they're going to be one of the best teams in the state. Now, you guys might be saying, are you serious? They're 62-33. But this is a good young core of players here. And this is probably the best team that South has had come through their doors on the girls' side since they've opened their doors. So it's going to be an exciting transition. These young ladies have to find out what it's like to play at the varsity level, unfortunately. But once they get that down, they are going to be a force to be reckoned with. And mark my words, I said it. Senna misses. Rebound. Off of East's hands. So the boys' action going to take place, like I said, about 10 minutes after this. Miller with the ball. We'll have it going on another stream as we mess with network stuff once again. So that's Bailey with the ball. Coach Schaefer accidentally took my stat sheet. I printed it up for the boys, so I'm going to be flying blind on the east side. Miller kicks it out to Miller. Over to Croc. Croc thought about driving baseline. She does. Actually, that's not Croc. That's Bailey. He throws it right to Senna. Senna. She's going to get fouled by, I'm going to say, Bailey. Could have been on either one of them, Bailey or Miller. Great shot of Bill Lyons, 1-on-1. 62-33 is your score. Senna. First free throw is up and in, so she'll get the bonus as number 23 is set to check in, Kenzie Stensis. Senna. Second free throw. Rolls it in. Oops, sorry. 62-35 is your score. 33 seconds left, and here's the man. Here comes the myth. And he'll be joining us for the boys' game as we frantically try to get everything get going there. Have him take it easy for the last 30 seconds of this game. Miller off to Croc. Croc down low to number 35 who misses. Rebounded by Miller. Boy, that's just a slugfest down. It looked like volleyball. Where's the libero? One good thing about these teams, you can see that they play competitively with each other as the ball is knocked out of bounds. Number 35 is Abby Brady, 6'1" junior. She had a nice set to Miller, and Miller spiked it out of bounds, but it went off of one of our players' feet, so that's going to be East ball. So Miller, that's going to end it. 62-35 is your score. We're going to take a timeout and come back here for boys action on the second game of the doubleheader on the Bison. 11-12. going. Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, getting ready for the boys' action in about 10 minutes. We're going to have the real deal, Phil Vigil, sitting in for Steve McDonald as our color commentator for tonight's game. We'll come back here in about 5 minutes to cover some boys' action, go over some pregame, and talk about what's coming up in the 4A conference this week on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wi.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, back here live with Phil, the real deal Vigil. Coach,
what's going on, man? I'm happy to be here with you tonight.
Finally. I've been trying to get you to sit in like two of the...
I'm telling you, I'm usually in the front row, but on the other side.
I know, huh?
Right?
So we got a special guest. He's going to be color commentating tonight as Steve McDonald, our normal play-by-play guy, is not going to be able to make it tonight. Want to give a shout out to his family, a shout out to him. All of our prayers from 1112 BISN, Bison Web and Media, all of the Bison fans. For those of you who don't know, he lost his father last Friday, and they had this funeral yesterday. And so just trying to get everything back to normal. Our thoughts are with you, bud. Hopefully you get back in the chair here Friday. But
I will do my best to keep up with the good work that Steve does.
Well, here's the thing: is you got to fill my shoes.
Oh,
because
okay.
I've got to fill his shoes,
Okay,
and
I'll
I
do my best to
suck.
fill yours.
I suck at play-by-play. I cannot remember anything. So, Coach, real quick, why don't you tell the fans about your junior high game that went down tonight?
Oh man, we're like Jekyll and Hyde, man. Sometimes we don't know who's going to show up, what halves we're going to play good basketball tonight. We were down 10 points at halftime, and then the kids started deciding that they were going to play a little basketball in the second half, and we ended up winning by 15 or 16 points, so it was a good game. It was a good boost for our kids. They needed that win. Our kids still need a lot to grow up a little bit. That's what I'm trying to teach them. They're coming in and acting like they only need to play 1 or 2 quarters a game, and sometimes it does good for them. Sometimes it bites them in the butt. So tonight it worked for them, but we got to figure out how to play 4 quarters of basketball.
So, Coach, how does it feel, first of all? I mean, let's talk about this rivalry real quick. Since you've coached all the players at South and about 90% of the players that go to East.
It's true.
How big is this rivalry?
Well, it's getting bigger every year, because, we still haven't laid that big foundation of a rivalry like Central and East has. But, the kids every year, they're talking about, even in junior high now, how they want to beat East every year, and East is always good every year, and we're getting there. We're getting good, and I'm telling you what, right here, this game right now, I can tell by everybody sitting in the stands. I talked to the coaches earlier, players earlier. Everybody's fired up. This is a big game for South.
Boy, it's a real big game. And I'll tell you what, South is 6-10 overall against Cheyenne East since the start of the rivalry, which isn't bad. 6-10. The average score is Cheyenne East 54, Cheyenne South 52.
Wow.
In those 16 games. So, unfortunately, the last time these two teams met were in the 4 East Regional Championship last year, which was the rubber match.
Yep.
And East won that one 66-53. It was a close game throughout the whole game.
Yeah, we were winning at halftime.
Yeah, exactly. And then the fourth quarter hit, and I don't know what happened. But if you look at these two teams, you got a tale of two teams here. You've got the suspended side of East, which was 1-2.
Yep.
And then you have the non-suspended side of East, which, in all honesty, probably the number 1 team in the state.
Exactly.
So South has got to they've got to play good defense. South, one of the top defensive teams in the state, going up against East, one of the top offensive teams. Here's the thing: is they've got a guy. Everyone talks about Eric Oliver.
Yep.
Everyone talks about the McCord twins. What they don't talk about really is their secret weapon, the transfer that came to their school this year, the senior, number 30, Gabe Patton. That kid can shoot the ball lights out from 3.
That's what I've been told. I've been anxious to see this the first time I've got to see him play. So
same here.
I'm going to keep my eye on him. But you were right.
I think that's him right there.
Yes, sir. You're right talking about the tale of two teams, different teams here, because East is up-tempo. They like to shoot the three-pointer. They like to run up and down the court. They got 5 guys on the court that can score at any time on the court. South, we're going to try to slow it down. We're going to play some half-court offense, and we're going to play good defense. So.
And they play really good defense. That's the whole thing is we force 14 turnovers against, when we play teams, we force 14 turnovers to where East only forces 12 turnovers. They say, well, what's 2 turnovers? That's actually a lot. That could be 4 points. That could be 6 points. Could be 7 points based on fouls and everything. What really makes South, what gives them a good advantage, in my opinion, in this game is their rebounding. They average 34 rebounds a game, which is 7 more than what East does. Kobe Floyd is having a double-double. He's averaging a double-double.
And they're going to need every one of those rebounds.
Yes, they are.
I'll tell you what, I'm impressed with your statistician or whoever it is coming out with all kinds of stats.
That's
today,
what I
man.
do. It's what I do, Coach. I write it all down. It's all right here. We're second in rebounding at 34 points a game. Floyd averages 10.7 rebounds a game, which is second in the 4A conference overall. But then he averages 13.8 points a game. So he's going to be a huge factor. We're going to have to drive our offense into him. The thing we cannot do is continue to turn the ball over. South overall, we turn the ball over on average 17 times. If we can keep that about the 15-time range, this game is going to be a lot closer than what a lot of the experts around the state think.
We got to stay. We cannot let East High School dictate the tempo, run up and down the court and shoot and score baskets in the easy way in the transition. We got to make this our kind of game and keep it in the 50s and 40s score-wise. This game gets up to the 60s and 70s.
We might be in trouble.
Yes.
I mean, we cannot do what we did against Gillette, Campbell County.
Correct.
You know, we tried to shoot with them, and we ended up losing by like 17 points or something like that because we tried to play that shooting game with them. If we could play our game, like you said, we should play good. So we're going to do the starting lineups. I think we've already did the national anthem. I don't think we're going to do them again. So I'm going to go ahead and go over East starting lineup. You got sophomore, number 2, Xavier McCord, standing at 6'4", Coach.
I wonder who did that.
I don't know.
I cannot tell a lie. I think he's about 6'2".
Yeah, well, his twin brother, number 11, Demetrius McCord, is 6'3". And they're both sophomores. Yeah. Then you got the junior, 6'2", their all-star, number 22, Eric Oliver, followed by senior, number 30, Gabe Patton, who stands at 6'2", and then Nick Mirich, 6'4", the 3'5" senior, the only senior. Well, Gabe Patton's a senior as well. Yeah. But that's your starting lineup for your opponents tonight. I almost said your East Thunderbirds. Oh, my goodness. So starting for the Cheyenne South Bison, I don't have their heights in front of me, but you got number 4, Caleb Phillips, the junior, or the sophomore, the junior.
He's a junior.
Number 12, the sophomore, Cameron Bird. Number 15, the junior, Tanner Weinberger. Then the senior, number 20, Mark Beasley. And then number 33, Kobe Floyd. Now, the one thing we do have, which we missed most of the season, is we have Trey Llewellyn, who's going to be able to play. He's going to bring some added depth off the bench. He's going to give us that extra height off the bench. So
much needed, too, because, you know, just length and depth. You know, when you're 6'7" and you got long arms like he does, it does make a difference in some of the stuff that South's trying to run defensively. So, yeah, I'm anxious to see him play, too, here. It's kind of, I haven't seen him all year either.
I know, huh? So, man. South has got the
Brady Bunch.
The Brady Bunch theme going on with all their players. Schaefer's Bunch.
Can you show that?
I'm trying to. Got Moo's heads in the way.
Oh, it doesn't come up very good.
We'll have to get a copy of that video, and we'll put it up on our website. Well, I tell you what. Here's the thing. Cheyenne East is 2-2 in the 4A East. Cheyenne Central is 2-2 in the 4A East. Cheyenne South is 2-2 in the 4A East.
You got to stay out of that seventh spot. That seventh spot doesn't get an invite to the regional tournament.
Exactly.
So
right now, sitting in that 7th spot is Thunder Basin, but Laramie's a game back. Thankfully, we have a game in hand against both those teams.
What's really good is we've already played all of them on the road. So.
Exactly. We're here till the regional conference, and then the regional conference is only 45 minutes away. It's loud in here.
Yes. Let's get this party started. I can feel it. Let's get it.
Let's get it going. So in the jump circle. Looks like you're going to have number 2, Xavier McCord, against Kobe Floyd, sophomore versus senior. They both can jump. And then number 30, Gabe Patton. Where did he come from? Like Scottsbluff or something like that? That's what I thought. Yeah. And Floyd wins it. Mark Beasley with the ball. He traveled, but we'll get away with that. So
looks like East is starting out in a 2-3 zone, matchup zone.
And, you know, this is what they did last year against us. We got to be a little bit more patient than I thought we did last year. Weinberger almost turns the ball over. Beasley attacks the gap, gives it off to Bird, far side 3. He hits!
Well, that's a good sign right there, because if we can get Cameron Bird, he's a player that works on. If he's shooting hot, good things are going to happen.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's got quick hands. He's one of the top stealers in the state.
Oh, my goodness. Right back at you.
3-3. Number 22. I don't even have to say his last name.
Yeah, you got to hope he doesn't get more than 20 tonight.
You got to contain him. If he's not scoring, he's so good at creating.
You know, East is long, man. They got quite Those players are just long and lean, and they get in the passing lanes.
The one thing that South cannot do is they cannot do the unforced turnovers. They really just can't force passes that aren't there. They've got to be patient against this team. Beasley goes in. He misses. Almost put back by Floyd. Another thing we got to do is hit those high percentage shots. Oliver misses. Rebounded.
Back, you got to box out right there.
And Oliver down low. Nobody boxed him. Nobody got in front of him. 5-3 is your score. Phillips quickly into the front court. He's got a wide open lane. He was held, and they didn't call it. Floyd goes up, off the glass, up and in. 5-5.
We got to find Eric Oliver at all times because he's just a scorer is what he is. And
South's got to really show what they made their name off of all season. That's defense. Rebound, Cameron Bird. Cameron quickly into the front court. Shut off by number 11, Demetrius McCord. So I'm going to call one McCord and one Demetrius. And here comes Gabe Patton. 7-5.
Those are those turnovers you're talking about. We got a limit right there. Those are Those are the turnovers that hurt the most because they score a basket off of them. Yeah.
So Weinberger with the ball gives it off to Bird. Bird centers it up, being guarded by McCord. That is Demetrius. So we're going to just call him by the first names, Demetrius and Xavier. How's that?
Very good.
Or about DNX?
I can't tell the difference between both of them.
I can only tell because of the numbers. So Weinberger, top of the key, goes far side, right side to Beasley. Beasley attacks baseline against Oliver. He's going to be fouled. They're going to say 2 shots, and that's huge. You got to get Beasley to the free throw line and get Oliver into foul trouble. So Beasley going to the free throw line for the first time tonight. Mark Beasley, the hero of the game against Thunder Basin, gets fouled with 0.9 seconds left. South down by 2 on a three-point shot.
I'm not sure Mark Beasley's much of a three-point shooter.
He's not.
So they gave us a gift there, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. He hit all 3 of those, but guess what? He just missed the front end of this one. Gosh darn it. He's got to warm up. That's what it is. Second free throw.
Mark Beasley's doing the right thing on this zone. You got to attack that zone, force East to play defense down low. One of their weaker players on defense on the court is Nick Marich. Nick's a great kid, but defensively he's probably about an average defender.
Oh, I completely agree with you there. Floyd up tall for the rebound. His first rebound of the game. Quickly ahead to Phillips. Phillips near side to Bird. Near side baseline 3!
That's what we're talking about. Sophomores going off. We got to get him doing that all game.
9-7.
Real good.
Exactly. Cameron Bird with 6 points. Xavier almost got by Floyd. He got around him and can't let him get that close to the rim. Quickly ahead of South. South likes to play this pace. I think East forgot that. Beasley. Oh, got to get those high percentage shots. South.
Sometimes Mark, when he gets going 100 miles an hour, it's hard for him, especially at the bucket, to slow down and get there.
So here's the big difference. South is 42% on 2-point field goals. East is 49%. So when you get those bunnies, the score's tied 99, by the way. When you get those bunnies, you got to take advantage of them. So East with the ball. That's number 5, much more. He's going to get someone's. Is it Weinberger?
Right there.
15. That's Weinberger. Picks up the first team foul for South.
You knew South was going to come out in man-to-man defense. That's their forte. That's what they played.
And you know what? They play it good.
Yes.
They really do, except for right there.
Yeah. Well, that guy's pretty good anywhere in the 15-foot range and three-pointers too. So.
Now, South switched to a zone defense against Thunder Basin that really kind of stymied them.
You'll see it today sometime.
Yes, we
will.
will. Bird, he's fouled.
He's fouling.
Demetrius McCord.
This is the time where you really got to get the ball inside to Kobe. Floyd, you got a big advantage inside. We got to get the ball inside, get some pressure on Eric Oliver. It looks like he's down on the blocks. He's already got 1 foul, so we got to get the ball inside to Kobe here.
Playing high post, trying to get that ball. Oh, you had Weinberger, and he's fouled by number 11.
That's his second.
That's his second in like 15 seconds. That's Demetrius. He'll be sitting until the second quarter. Number 3, Ryan Andrew checking in. Averages 3.5 points.
Ryan's one of mine over at Johnson.
Yeah, doesn't surprise me.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's another one. Get in there.
That's off.
Oh, geez. Yeah, you got to find much more because he's a pretty good three-point shooter.
Yes,
That's
he
why
is.
You got to find him.
But you cannot let the McCords down on the short corner. Wide open, man. South down 13-9. Cameron Bird with the ball. Into the front court, centers it up. Gives it off to Beasley in between the circles. Beasley to Phillips. Phillips, far side baseline. 3!
Well, I'll tell you what, if we continue to shoot three-pointers the way we're doing right now, that's going to help us out a lot.
Boy, it is. South trailing 13-12, just under the 3-minute mark. About to hit the 3-minute mark of the first quarter. Andren with the ball. Gives it off to Patton, who's also a three-point shot artist.
You got to find him all times.
That's good defense by Beasley. And that's rebounded by Floyd. Floyd smartly gives it off to Phillips. Phillips drives, kicks it back out to Beasley. Beasley out the wide open lane. Yes!
That's Beasley's game. He's a slasher. That's what he does best. He attacks the basket. The closer to the basket Beasley is, the better.
Timeout East.
Looking good.
That's a good start.
I want to give a shout out to my boy PJ. JV game, he goes for 30 points today.
He had 30?
He had 30, and that's what they're telling me. I wasn't here to see it.
Dude, I was here for that whole game, but I spent that whole game trying to get the computer stuff fixed.
Oh, man, yeah.
And it didn't get it fixed till halftime of the girls' varsity.
He plays a lot better when I'm not around.
Yeah, I could say that about my kid, too. He doesn't. I might have to quit watching him.
It's good to see the South Band was rocking it tonight. It's the first time I see the South Band. We got a good student section. I see a lot of some of the kids from Johnson over there in the South section looking good.
I'm going to zoom in on our student section here.
There you go. Shout out to all my coaches over there at Johnson. Coach Swanser, big win tonight. He's undefeated over there at Johnson this year. Z-Dog, I don't know if you hear me. You're listening. He said he was going to listen to the game anyway.
So you know what's great? Now, I will say, I don't mind. I do miss these games being played at our home school. I really do, only because we always outnumbered the East fans when we played at East.
Yeah, well, you remember the last time they played at South against East, and it was to the wall.
Yeah.
There was enough room for everybody.
So East comes out of that timeout trailing 14-13. It's been 3 lead changes in this game so far. Llewellyn has checked in. That's a 2. Missed. Rebound Floyd. Floyd to Phillips. Phillips to Bird. Bird had the baseline. He takes it.
Yeah, call for traveling. Slightly slid that foot.
You know what, though? Credit Andren. Was it Andren?
Yes.
Credit Andren on that. Made him pull up and actually got the hand on the ball when he was trying to cross him over, and that forced that. Roger Johnson's checked in. He's a speedster.
Well, the last 2 possessions down here, South is limited to 1 shot. And that's key, too. You got to give East 1 shot, get those rebounds. We are a better rebounding team. Looks like we got a tie up.
It's going to be East ball.
Now here comes a sharpshooter right here. You really got to find Nick Marich. Anytime Nick Marich is on the floor, you got to make him put it on the floor.
Yeah, you do.
He's a standing shooter. He's a set shooter, and he's deadly accurate, so make sure you find number 35.
And you know what? He's 36%
really?
From behind the arc. Patton is 42.
Jeez.
So I don't want to see Patton get free. Oh, yep. He got hit in the head. It's going to be Llewellyn's first.
Nick Marich can make 3-pointers in his sleep. He's a good shooter.
I think that his name is Sigvartson right there.
Yeah.
Member of the Southeast Wyoming Fish Association. Marich, first free throws up and in. So one thing about Marich, though, is he's here's the whole thing, is he's 38% from the free throw line.
Maybe we should just foul him.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, every time we play teams that aren't good free throw shooters, they start hitting good like that.
Yeah.
So Marich picks up 2 points. Yeah. So Phillips into the front court.
Looks like East is still in that matchup zone.
4th lead changes. They lead 15
to 14
here,
which is unusual for East. East does not like to play man-to-man defense. They're comfortable in that matchup zone.
Yep.
See, I don't get that call right there, the carry. You know, you start calling the carry on one player, you're going to have to do that the whole game, you know?
Yeah,
Everybody carries the ball.
I agree with you, but I was actually watching that sequence right there.
Was he
and
carrying?
he literally got his hand completely underneath it.
Everybody does. Come on,
He did. He did on that one. Usually I would argue that one, but you're right, but I saw it. That's why I said yep when he called it. I was like, oh, no. Cannot let these sharp shooters from East get off,
find them,
especially that kid.
Yep.
You got to have help side defense. Ah, that's too easy. 17-14 is your lead. East up by 3. Phillips attacks, kicks it off to Llewellyn, who can hit the 3. Oh, and he just misses.
That was on line from here. It looked good.
Well, we've actually shot more 3-pointers than we have 2-pointers this game so far. 17-14 is your score. Number 5, much more. Kicks it out to Marich. Marich gets by him. Oh, no, here's Patton. And he misses, but Oliver gets the rebound. Now Marich with the ball. Gets it down low.
That's travel right there.
Yep. Patton sets, shoots, money. 20-14.
Well, we were up 14-13.
They get it down low.
You got to attack him. You get the ball down low.
Weinberger could shoot the 3, but he misses.
We need a serious stop right here.
20-14.
We got to have a stop.
Got to keep an eye on Patton and Marich. Well, and Oliver.
And much more.
Matter of fact, all 5 of them. Oliver looks up, 4 seconds, 20-14. He's going to put up a 3. Ooh, that could have been a foul. They don't call it. And that's going to be the end of the first quarter. South trails 20-14. We're going to take a timeout. Come back here for second half action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.
e.wi.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Second quarter action. Your South Bison come in trailing by 6, 20-14. They're led by Cameron Bird, who has 6 points. Then you have Beasley with 3, Phillips with 3, Floyd with 2. South went 5 for 10 in that first quarter, but out of our 10 shots, 6 of them were 3-pointers. That's unusual.
We got to really attack the basket here in the second quarter because, you know, if there's a weakness on East defense, it's in the interior. And Cameron Bird needs to stay hot too.
Yes, he does. Johnson. You know, one thing that Johnson's a slasher too, and he's got a quick first step. Weinberger down to Llewellyn. Llewellyn's got to take advantage of that. That's a nice drive. Missed. Rebound by Beasley. Puts it back up and in.
Yeah, you can get Beasley anywhere within 5 feet of the basket. You're looking pretty good with him.
Beasley averages 6 rebounds a game, second leading rebounder for the Bison. Now they're down 20-16. On the floor is Marich. Stops, pops, misses. That's going to be out of bounds. South ball.
Yeah, that's a good sign because Nick Marich is a rhythm shooter, and if he gets hot, watch out. But if he starts missing, I think his confidence level goes down a little bit. Now we got a full court trap, 3-quarter trap here.
Need to get somebody there. You go. That's a nice dish off. Well, you know what? Weinberger, that's probably only the third 2-point shot he's taken all season.
Well, he was this guy, Cameron Bird.
What about that? The ball hit the backboard. You can't touch it when that happens.
Cameron Bird is a sneaky defender. He knows how to get those steals. I've seen him do it all year. He just looks so mellow, but he knows how to get the ball out of your hands every single time.
Boy, he does. So when the ball hits the backboard, you're not allowed to
That
smack your hand against the
that should've
backboard.
been
That should have been a goaltending and a technical foul, and they didn't call it.
Well, it looks like we know what he's trying to do. They're trying to
22-18.
post up one of them cores. No way.
Yep.
No way.
He was set. Nope, he was legal guarding position.
That's what you call a no call right there. That's a
Yeah,
no
you got to let
call.
that. You know, I would say he flopped it as well. You got to let them play through that as Llewellyn picks up his second foul. That's huge. Llewellyn picking up 2 fouls. 22-18 is your score.
We need a defensive stop right here.
3 fouls each on each team. 22-18, 4-point deficit. Yes, you're right. We cannot let Patton, cannot give him that much breathing room.
They've actually done a pretty good job on it in the first half. We're not giving them much room to shoot.
They're just going to pass it around the outside. Oliver to number 5, much more. Much more drives in baseline. Here's no backside defense. You got to talk.
Well,
Yep, and Phillips traveled.
one thing South needs to do also is East is really good at attacking the basket. Somebody needs to step up and take a charge too, because that stops a lot of that.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But you know what? Schaefer, and this is the one thing he's always preached, see ball, see man. And unfortunately, our backside defense on 3 of the plays I can recall so far tonight have not been there. Oh, thank goodness. And Bird gets the rebound.
That thing went halfway down.
Yeah, it did. Bird gets it, drives, wide open lane, misses. Floyd with the rebound, puts it back up and in.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, these referees are letting these guys play. There's a lot of contact right there.
Yeah, there was. 24-20 is your score. 4 points, 4 rebounds for Kobe Floyd. Now that's a charge.
That should have been a charge right there. That one was more of a charge than the one that got called on South.
That should have been a charge. That should have been. I agree with you. He had legal guarding position. Your feet, the one thing fans don't realize is your feet don't have to be set. If you have legal guarding position, you can shuffle your feet all you want.
Yeah,
that should have been a charge.
I thought he was in pretty good position on that one.
Misses his first.
Well, good thing is that's Mark Beasley's first foul.
That's true.
He tends to get into foul trouble sometimes. So. Yeah,
misses both. Rebound by Floyd.
Got to attack the basket here.
Bird, near side baseline 3. Misses. And quickly ahead is Gabe Patton.
That's one thing we cannot do is allow East in transition. They're just too good.
That's going to be called on Cameron Bird. So that's South's 5th. That basket counted. Did it go in?
Yeah.
Okay. Gabe Patton to the free throw line.
How do you get a kid like Gabe Patton to show up at your doorstep?
You have the IB program.
Where do you get one? We need to get one of those. Can we get one of those kids to just show up at the doorstep?
I guess we need to start offering IB classes. Maybe we'll get some kids to come to our school, huh? Out of bounds, South ball. You know what? And for all you East fans listening, you know I'm right. I don't care what you say. You know I'm right. We are not officially part of South High School. I am my own entity, and I will say what I want about that. Everyone knows my feelings.
That's why we love you. That's why we love you.
But one thing about East, their basketball program's always been good.
Yeah.
So
that's a good attack right there.
That is a good attack. Phillips with the rebound. Misses the shot. So the one thing I will give credit these officials are doing, they are doing preventative officiating. And what that means is they're making sure they're calling some of these small little fouls that you don't think are important, so they don't blow up later on in the game like it did with Central and East. Got to box out. You cannot leave Eric Oliver wide alone like that. And you got to box out. Oh, that should have been a charge. You can't dive your shoulder.
I got it right there and over the back call. I don't recognize these officials. They must be from...
2 are from Casper, 1's from Cheyenne.
Okay. If they were Cheyenne officials, I just see a Cheyenne official. I'm already all over them. He's still going with the three-quarter trap.
27-20. South beats it. Beasley with the ball. Attacks the gap, and they're going to call the foul finally.
That might be his third.
That is going to be his third, and he'll be done till the third quarter.
Was that called up? Yeah, it's his third.
Kobe Floyd getting an earful. South only down 27-20.
This is the part of the game where we need a basket desperately.
Desperately.
A three, preferably.
Largest lead of the game was 7, if I'm right. Yeah. This has been the largest lead.
We need a basket last 3 times down. We haven't got one. There you go.
And one.
That's where we have an advantage right there. We got to get the ball inside to Kobe.
Yep.
Kobe's come a long way, man. He's improved his basketball game, and he's grown over the years.
C-team in junior high school?
Yeah, you never know. That's why all you C-teamers out there, learn from this. You grow, and you get better if you work hard.
And he hits. You might be 5'3" now, but by the time you're a senior, you're going to be 6'4" and be able to get double-doubles every night.
I was 5'7" in 8th grade, and I was 5'7" in 12.
So South trailing 27-23, down by 4.
There's a carry right there.
That's a charge right there.
Call that. There you go.
And both McCord's in foul trouble now. 2 fouls on McCord.
And did you see McCordy's John at Beasley? I guess he didn't learn anything from the Central East game.
Yep.
Look at him. He's John. Look at him.
He's fighting with his own team.
Yeah. Apparently he ain't learned nothing from the Central
game. He didn't learn a thing.
Game.
Didn't learn a thing. Got suspended for 2 games.
Yeah, it's an emotional game.
It is.
These kids, their adrenaline is really high. Got to get the ball back inside right now.
Yeah, they do.
Uh-oh, looks like Z East is back into their 2-3 zone.
27-23. Bird tried to get it. That was a nice deflection by Merritt. Now Phillips with the ball is going to reset.
He's back in their 2-3 zone, matchup zone.
There you go.
That's all day
but,
if you make that. And one. Oh, my gosh. Kobe. 2 easy buckets.
That's what happens with South, though, is we miss those easy ones, and it could come back to cost us. Now, Beasley, one of the best on-ball defenders in the state.
Oh
you got to box out, man.
Guys like Tanner Weinberger, Cameron Bird, it's very important for those guys to rebound tonight. And they really got to get after it.
How many second, third chance scoring opportunities did they had?
You do not want to give these guys too many opportunities like that.
Give and go. 29-23.
That's a 4-point swing right there. You make a layup down here, you box out, you get a rebound, and you're down by 2 points right here. Come on, man. See, I don't get those calls either. They have no advantage in the game. You know what I mean? There's no advantage here.
He must have slid that pivot foot.
And then the referee does the quick get the ball in when we're not ready.
Floyd saves it from going out over his head. Weinberger to Phillips. Phillips for 3. Wow, that's a huge 3.
Caleb Phillips, big time, Mr. Big Time.
Well, he's been struggling these last 4 games, and to finally get 2 of those to fall.
He's actually a better 3-point shooter than you think.
Oh, I think he's one of the. I think he's honestly, when he gets going, he's the better. He's the better of all of them.
He doesn't take enough, really, to be honest. Another
team
charge.
Control foul.
There you go.
Beasley.
They must have heard me. I said we got to take some charges.
That's a makeup call for the travel he called earlier.
That's probably true. East back in their 3-quarter court trap here.
Phillips to Beasley, far side. Still in the backcourt. Phillips to Beasley.
You got to
gets
hit
it
Weinberger in the corner and see if we can get a shot off.
Boom!
There it is. That's where he needs to be, right in that corner. That's where his shots are going to come from.
South was down by 8 just 30 seconds ago. Now they're down by 2. Oh, no. Gabe Patton. Oh, thank goodness. Let it go out of bounds.
We've been lucky. Boy, every time a shot goes up, we're like, oh, no. He's deadly.
Gate bet number 30 gets the ball. We hold our breath.
Yeah,
Coach Blackwell
That
looks
guy
at us
can
like,
throw.
you guys
that
are
guy
nuts.
can knock him down. We're lucky so far.
1 minute left. South down by 2, 31-29.
It'd be nice just to even hold it for the last shot here, really. Oh, that works too.
Or you could tie it up.
Mr. Sneaky, Mr. Sneaky.
And that is the third tie of the game, 31-31. Now here's the thing: is East going to go for a quick 2-1? Or we're going to get called for a foul and send him to the free throw
But you know
line?
what? That's a good foul because
It is.
They're not in the bonus yet.
That's Cameron's second. They're going to send in Roger Johnson. This is a good substitution. You know, Johnson's just as good of a ball player.
Yeah.
Doesn't have the offensive touch.
We gotta make sure we box out on this sequence right here because you don't want to give East 2 shots right here.
Ooh, you know what? That should have been a shooting foul. Oh, that was only our
that was
sixth?
our sixth foul.
Never mind. Oh, dang.
Box out. We gotta box out.
Andrew with the ball. Gets to the free throw. Oh, back cutting. Oh, and that's going to be on Beasley, his second.
Yeah, you cannot lose Eric Oliver.
You know what? Give Eric Oliver credit. That was a nice back cut.
You know, Eric Oliver's just
No, they're all three of these from Casper.
he's just a scorer. That's what he does.
All three of these guys are from Casper.
Casper?
Yep. That's a former UW quarterback over there.
Oh, that's Bramlett.
And he hits. Eric Oliver, 54% from the free throw line. East overall, 43%.
Foul him. That's short.
But boy, they've been on fire tonight, haven't they?
One shot. Coach Schaefer's calling for one.
Fifth lead change of the game. Will that count as a lead change if the lead never changed? Yep, because it was tied. 33-31, 10 seconds left. South was down by as many as 8 points just a minute ago. Skip pass to Phillips. He's feeling it.
That was a little
Oh,
long.
just a little long.
He was feeling it, just a little too much feeling it.
And that's going to be your halftime score. South trailing 33-31. We're going to take a timeout, come back for second half action.
That's
with
a
the
good
real,
half for South.
With the real deal.
The real deal.
Phil V. Hill on 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent and an outstanding array of products to meet your insurance needs. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003. With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wi.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wi.edu to start your story today.
With American National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports. It's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first year premium. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can.
With American National, you get a dedicated agent who can help you make well-informed decisions about protecting your lifestyle. With years of experience in the insurance industry and an outstanding array of products and services for home, auto, and life, you can feel good you're doing what's right for your family. Let Robert Martinez be your insurance ally. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom, but it's an ideal environment for learning. It may not involve a diploma, but it can help prepare Wyoming's young people for life. It's high school sports. High school sports can play a critical role in a student's overall education. In fact, studies show that students that participate in high school sports are more likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in their academic lives. If you think high school sports are only about competition, think again. Better yet, think about attending a high school sporting event in your community. You'll be amazed by what you see. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Every story has a beginning, a middle, and an end, but not necessarily in that order. You decide where you're going and how you'll get there. An unwritten experience awaits. Be bold, be prepared, be inspired. Your story unfolds. Laramie County Community College. Visit lccc.wy.edu to start your story today.
With American
Coming back for halftime action still, your South Bison trailing 33-31. 4 minutes left until tip of the third quarter. Just going to go over some stats here real quick for you. Leading the South High Bison in the first half is number 12, sophomore Cameron Bird, followed by the senior number 33, Kobe Floyd, with 7. Then you have Caleb Phillips, the sophomore, junior. Yeah.
Caleb Phillips is a junior.
Is a junior with 6 points. Then Mark Beasley, the senior, number 5. He's number 20 with 5 points. And then Weinberger with 3. South went 5 for 10 from behind the arc in the first half. 7 for 17 for 2. So 12 for 27 in the first half. Only 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Probably because they did take a lot of outside shots.
They did. And that's an area where if we're going to win this game, we got to improve on is attacking the basket and getting to the free throw line, because good things happen when you attack the basket and get to that free throw line, get some fouls on some of those bigger East kids.
Now here's the big thing is we only had 13 rebounds, but out of those 13 rebounds, 5 of them were on the offensive side. and all those came in the second quarter.
Yes.
So that's a sign that we're getting to the free throw line, mainly because the McCord twins are in foul trouble. One with 2, the other with 3. So I think you need to keep attacking those guys.
You got to attack the basket in the second half. I'm sure that's what Coach Schaefer was talking about at halftime.
Especially with Xavier, number 2. He was getting a little lippy.
We've been pretty lucky with knocking some shots down from three-point range. I mean, I know we got some shooters. I mean, I've seen kids like Caleb Phillips. He can knock the 3 down. Of course, Weinberger's a pretty good three-point shooter. Cameron Burt knocks a couple 3 downs here in the first half. So, yeah, we've been lucky enough to get some of those to fall for us. But I'm telling you, if we're going to win this game, we got to attack the basket and get to the free throw line.
But you know what? If you really think about it, I'm a numbers guy, as you can tell, Coach. East is actually 32% three-point shooting team, so they're actually worse than South from behind the arc. But
they probably take about 200 more than we do.
Yeah, I was about to say they do take a lot more shots than we do, but then they have that Gabe Patton. I've never had a player that we've played where I've held my breath when he touches the ball.
Well, let's just kind of keep our fingers crossed that he doesn't knock any of those three-pointers down like he did in this first half.
So, Coach, give us the real deal and tell us your key to the second half for the Bison.
I'm telling you, here's what's going to have to happen. I just said it earlier. We got to attack the basket. We got to get the ball inside to Kobe. Kobe is an offensive threat, and we got to get him moving, get him going a little bit. Mark Beasley got to continue to attack the basket. That's going to open up things for guys like Weinberger. And then the last thing is we got to continue to play good defense on some of those shooters on the outside, like Nick Marriage, Gabe Patton, who's probably, what did he make, 1 maybe three-pointer in the first half?
He had 2.
More. He had 2. So we got to keep continuing playing good defense.
He's actually the leading scorer for East right now at 11.
Well, he's been attacking the basket.
So we're going to take our last time out before second half action on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.
American National Collector Car Insurance was created by and for people who remember when cars had personality, when a new car was an event, not just a bill, when a new car was important enough to pull out the camera and document it. At American National, we believe that these classic vehicles are treasured parts of your lives and history. Whether you remember Dad coming home in a '57 Chevy, or you just like having a part of the past, American National Collector Car Insurance helps you protect your investment with coverages and features like agreed value coverage, generous annual mileage, your choice of repair facility, and many more. American National. Smart thinking rewarded.
Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
And we're back here for second half action. East will have the ball to start the second half. They now will be going from right to left on your computer screen or mobile device. South will be going from left to right. If you're watching this game on your computer at home, hopefully you're live chatting us. We can't tell because of the firewall rules here at Storey Gym. Games when we broadcast here are just always, I don't know, really weird. So,
looks like we're starting out in a little zone here.
South in a 3-2 zone.
You knew it was coming, I told you.
Yep. But they don't play it as well as East does. I will say that. They have problems with cutters in this zone. So if they start cutting on us, we're going to be in trouble. Now they're baiting that pass to the middle.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, and we give up a lot of rebounds on that. Wow. Cameron Bird comes away with that. How? I have no idea. And he missed.
And he gets his own rebound. He's a shifty, speedy.
First, I don't know how East missed all those point-blank shots. But
we missed 4 layups already in 20 seconds.
Oh, that was a nice idea. Got to get it up there, up and in.
I'm telling you, Nick Marriage cannot guard Kobe Floyd down on the blocks. You got to get him the ball.
And we have our 4th tie of the game, 33-33. Marriage, baseline, gives it off. Oh, no. How do you forget about him? Thankfully, he missed, and Floyd gets his 5th defensive rebound.
He's had 2 open looks to start the second half, and he missed both of them.
Bird.
Get it to him. You got to get it to Kobe.
I think that was their game plan.
Yeah, that's what you got to do.
That was their game plan.
You got to get the ball inside.
Coach, I think you've coached this game before. For many of you,
only 23 years.
So for many of you who don't know this, I'm going to let the cat out of the bag.
What's that?
When South first opened their doors, a certain Real Deal was looked at to be the assistant head coach of the South basketball team.
Oh, man. I'd still be there, too.
Yeah, you would.
They're going to say, who's that old guy?
So Floyd hits his first free throw to give South their first lead since the first quarter. And he's going to get called for the foul. His first.
That's what you call one of them stupid fouls. You can't afford to give up a stupid foul like that.
I wonder if these guys, their partners, refs, partners at halftime talked to him and said, hey, come on, man.
Yeah. Looks like we're still in that. No.
So South leads by 1, their first lead since the first quarter.
Looks like we're back, man.
Yep. And that's why you shouldn't do it. And that's going to be a foul on Beasley.
A little alley-ooper.
I don't know if that should have been a foul, honestly.
Well, it looked like a foul, so they're going to call it.
I would have let it go.
You see that sidewinder shot he's got there?
He does. He's always had that weird shot.
He's got a side spin on the shot.
47% free throw shooter. Averages just under 9 points a game.
We got a box out right here.
South still leads. And we don't box out. And there's a tie-up. No, there should have been a tie. They didn't play through it. That's the right thing to do. But we don't give up. We give up the rebound. That's the whole thing. And we leave Patton wide open. And Weinberger comes away with it. His first rebound of the game. Turnover, South.
Turnover.
And that's going to be a foul on Cameron Bird, or are they looking at Phillips? We'll see.
Boy, I tell you, in the first half, these guys were letting them play. Now everything was touched by somebody.
That's a huge
foul. They don't touch nobody.
That's his third foul of the game. And now Roger Johnson set to check in.
Both. Actually, all 3 fouls South has committed in the second half have been just really
touch fouls
that you really don't need to do.
And a freshman's coming in.
What? A freshman?
Yeah, number 1.
That's a lot of pressure to put on a boy.
Christian Michelson, 6'2" freshman.
He must know somebody over there.
His dad's the JV coach.
Oh, there you go. And he's a pretty good ball player, too.
Can shoot the 3. And that's gives the lead back to East, 35-34.
Still got to go back inside. You got to try to work the ball inside.
Can't throw up a wild shot like that.
Yeah, it's not a good shot.
And there's
that's what you don't want to do. You cannot let East transition. They're too good. That's what Coach Schaefer's going to talk to them about right now.
I take this freshman to work if I was one of these guys.
You come down, you take a bad shot, and it leads to a transition bucket on the other side. And that's not going to sit well with Coach Schaefer or any coach.
So it's going to be a full timeout. We're going to take one with him on the Bison. 11-12, BISN, your Bison Network.
Take aim.
Take control.
Take charge. Take pride.
Take over.
Watch us take flight.
This offensive possession, we've
got to take advantage of the freshman kid out there.
Last 2-3 possessions we've had, we haven't scored.
Well, they're going to put him on Weinberger. Weinberger's really, I don't want to sound mean, he's not a driving threat. So
we got to get the ball inside.
That's a good move by Beasley. Just gets it knocked out of his hands, though.
Turnover. It's 4 possessions in a row now.
That should have been a travel. And he gets bailed out.
Let me be the official. That's a travel.
This dude is blind. I'm going to say it right now. As Beasley picks up his 4th foul, I don't care if he rewatches this. These guys are not. That guy is blind.
I think that's Beasley's 3rd foul.
Is it his third?
They got him up there.
Okay, it's his third. Then I'm missing a foul. I got fouls mixed up. I'll have to look at the scorebook. So our two best defenders, Beasley and Bird, are on the bench with 3 fouls each.
Yeah.
Llewellyn checking in. He picked up 2 fouls like in 5 seconds.
Got to stop this bleeding. We need a bucket here.
So Phillips gets it in the front court, gives it over to Weinberger, near side, right side, over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn back to Weinberger, far side to Phillips, who puts up a 3. Long, rebound. Floyd. Boom!
That's money. You can just see it roll off of his fingers when he's shooting like that. That's going to help us out a lot.
Well, that's a huge 3 because it cuts the lead down to 2, 39-37.
We got to have a stop here, defensive stop. They got Weinberger guarding Marich, who's about a foot taller than.
Yeah, I know, huh? So Phillips comes up with a loose ball, and that's going to go off Roger Johnson's hands.
Went off his snows.
Turnover South.
Well, here comes Gabe Patton. You better find him.
Yep. And Munchmore. Munchmore 30%. But you know what? Every team we play, the stats say like, oh, they're 15% from three-point line, and then they shoot 7 for 8 out of us when they play us. So South down 39-37.
And the freshman's still in the game.
Got to give some of those guards some rest. You know what? If we're not going to, that's a travel.
Yeah.
How's that not called? How does this guy not see that? He's looking right at it. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Llewellyn. Ooh, that's a save, but he dribbled it out of bounds.
Turnover.
Yeah.
I'm not sure Trey has the best hands.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's looking at.
He didn't play wide receiver in football.
I don't know how he's even certified. I'm going to say that. I do not care. Sorry, my official friends who are out there. 2 of these 3 guys are doing a great job officiating. One of them, I don't know. So East has the ball, far side. That's Patton with the ball. That's a travel. Oh, he got it.
He heard you.
Yes.
He heard you.
5 spin moves later, they finally call travel.
So they took Eric Oliver out of the game right now. So this is an important part of the game right now where South really needs to get on a roll.
And you know what? South hasn't scored in 2 minutes.
We need one here.
We haven't scored since we led 37. No, we were up 34-33. Never mind.
Another turnover.
Jeez, we're just throwing the ball away. Cannot let this number 1 shoot.
Good rebound by Roger Johnson.
That's a huge rebound by Johnson.
Slow down, big fella.
He might be a point guard in the NBA, but not right here. Phillips. Oh, get that rebound, Trey.
There you go. Cutters. Oh, my God, he missed the layup. Did he get fouled?
But he got fouled. He got fouled.
Oh, my God. Is that McCord's 3rd or 4th?
Let's see what's on. No, that's on Andren. Did he call it on 3?
Yeah.
Yep. So Andren picks up the foul. So that's going to send Phillips to the free throw line for his first free throws of the game. South trailing by 2. These could tie him up. Or not. I shouldn't have said that.
You shouldn't have said
I
that.
take full responsibility on that. I jinxed him. I fully jinxed him.
Well, we still need this one. There you go.
7 points for Phillips. Down by 1. Number 5, Muchmore. Gives it off to Xavier. Xavier, top of the key, being guarded by Llewellyn. I'd say he's got the speed factor over Llewellyn. And he drives baseline. That's good defense. And that's a smart move by Xavier. He gets pinned on the baseline. Throws it off his shins. That's about 6'5" down.
Yeah.
He can't reach that far down.
Well, you're trying to make a basket on a 6'7" guy with long arms. You don't have much choice.
Cannot let him post up. That's a good deflection. Good backside. They called the foul before the contact. Even this guy is not having a great game. Just going to say that. Kobe Floyd picks up a second.
Foul.
It's only a second. But I'm going to say this guy's not. I'm going to zoom in on him. He's not having the best game of his career.
Put his picture up at the lamp.
I'm just going to say that.
We'll put his picture up at the lamp.
As Xavier hits his free throw, makes it 40-38. I have nothing but respect for officials. That's why I became one, was so I could see how they see it on the floor. He's not having his best game. Hits both. Pushes the lead up to 3. Now he called that timeout pretty dang good.
When Oliver came out of the game a couple minutes ago, we were down by 3, and we're still down by 3. This is a time where we really need to take advantage.
Yep. So we're going to leave it here. It's a full timeout. You made a good point. South led 34-33 with about, 2 minutes in? 3 minutes in to the third quarter. 38-41 now. We've scored 5 points. They've scored 8. So, but you said it right there. Their key player, Eric Oliver, has been out, and we have not taken advantage of it.
Yeah.
But then we're missing 2 key players in Mark Beasley and Cameron Burke.
That's true. I wonder if any of my coaching friends are here tonight. Guys like Kevin McLeod, the legend over at Johnson Junior High School and throughout the whole city.
Yeah, I know.
He's retiring this year.
Retiring.
We're going to miss him.
That's going to be a big loss.
He's been there for 36 years.
That's a big loss. Is he retiring from teaching and everything?
Oh, yeah.
Wow. So South will have the ball.
It's going fishing.
Trailing 41-38. South has 5 team fouls, East with 2.
Oliver's back in the game.
See, we didn't take advantage of it. On the floor is Phillips, Johnson, Weinberger, Floyd, and Llewellyn. That's Weinberger with the ball being guarded by Oliver. He's near side. Let his hands all over him.
South trying to run a little high-low action.
That's a nice move, and it just doesn't fall.
If you can just finish those, Caleb Phillips has had 2 of those opportunities.
But you know what? Llewellyn just had a point-blank shot.
We're getting close to the basket, man. We got to put those in.
Llewellyn going to the free throw line. He's had that putback was literally right there with as tall as he is, and he missed it. So he's got to get those. These free throws are huge when you're down by 3. I say 3 points. People are like, 3 points isn't a big deficit. Well, you know what? Kind of is when you're playing a good team like these.
We need every point we can get.
And we've missed. So the second free throw attempt, Llewellyn 73% on the season. This is only his 5th game.
Free throw shots are just either you're good at them or you're not, And you could shoot 100 of them a day.
Puts Llewellyn on the board as Demetrius brings the ball up the floor for East off to his brother, being guarded by Johnson. Johnson, a pretty good on-ball defender. Gets the ball stolen away. I'm going to give that one to Phillips. He tipped it away. Llewellyn, that's a travel.
Yes. No, they're going to call a foul.
Nice. One called the violation.
Coach Bailey from East.
Well, the guy.
He thinks it's a travel.
And that's his 4th foul. No, that's his 3rd. That's his 3rd. That's his 3rd. That's number 2. Now, I will say this. The guy I said is not having his best game actually had his hand up for the violation. So.
Oh, my gosh. Come on.
Stolen away by Oliver. Oliver gets cut off 2-on-2. No numbers, but he puts up the short jumper. Got to defend those.
Turn the ball over.
4-point deficit.
Transition point. One thing from turning the ball over, but when you allow the other team to get transition points, that's a double whammy.
Turnover on South again.
Schaefer seeing up. He's going to call a timeout here before this thing gets out of hand.
43-49. You're only down 4, but he senses it. You can kind of sense it as well. 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it right here. South trailing 43-39. You can feel the momentum starting to shift towards the east side of the bench. They have a little bit more spring in their step. They're attacking more. We're getting sloppy. This is a good timeout by Schaefer.
That's definitely a good timeout. Settle these guys down a little bit.
I'll tell you what, South's offense has just gone. We scored 6 points since, I guess we can't say much because we only scored 3 points while they were on the floor before they got in foul trouble. But no, really.
We need Cameron Bird back in there.
We've only scored 8 points this quarter to where East has scored 10.
Yeah. This will be a big defense.
Series.
Yeah, big defensive possession for South. We got to get them. We cannot let East score here.
So East will inbound underneath their own basket. That's going to be Demetrius bringing the ball up the floor for the Bison.
Still have Tanner Weinberger guarding Nick Marriage.
I agree because that's two.
That's going to hurt.
So that's a 6-point deficit. We were down by 8 at one point. So of course, then we had our two
what
other
color
players.
Are those shoes?
Yellow,
yellow,
gold. Yeah, I'd say yellow. Phillips to Foy, top of the key, near side to Johnson. Johnson over to Weinberger for 3, and he hits.
Oh my goodness!
That was a big 3-pointer. South down by 3.
We need a defensive stop here.
Now you cannot give him space. Demetrius can hit the 3, or Xavier can. That's good help side defense. Oliver can hit the 3 as well. He
good
misses.
Rebound
by Phillips. Phillips being
it.
double teamed. Gives it over to Llewellyn. Llewellyn, nice head fake. Gets it across, goes far side.
He's faking everybody out in the gym.
That's not a good pass.
Ooh, that's a
travel.
No,
they're calling it on the floor.
That's that European stuff.
He wasn't going up, I agree. That's the one call I'll agree with.
They called it on the floor.
And that's Caleb's second.
Well, how many turnovers do we have this quarter?
I haven't counted yet. We had 6 going into half, so Floyd got to get that. 20 seconds left.
Ooh. Timeout, East.
It's a correctable error.
Oh, they're saying South has 17 fouls, and Oliver should have been shooting 1.
He should have been.
Instead of it was out of bounds. So they're going to correct it and give him 1 and 1. Are they going to put any clock back?
No, it's a correctable error. They call it at the point of interruption right there. So the table should have notified the refs earlier. Oliver, 75% free throw shooter. Actually the best free throw shooter on East, as he's got a quiet 11 points. Five points, 47-42 as Phillips gets the ball. 15 seconds, they're gonna hold for the last shot. You know, with all the momentum changes that have happened with East feeling they pulled away, South's only down by 5 right now. Weinberger for 3, missed.
Look good.
Some poor cheerleader almost got taken out.
The cheerleader just about got a concussion.
And that's gonna be it for the end of the third quarter. We're gonna take a timeout. South Bison Trail going into the final stanza, 47-42 on the Bison. 11-12, BISN, your Bison Network.
National, when you insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, you can get cash back. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
This is what matters. This is beyond X's and O's. This is the difference mutual respect makes. This is what character looks like. This is what defines us in Wyoming. This is sportsmanship. School sports, it's not the outcome that matters most, but the way the games are played. This message presented by the Wyoming High School Activities Association and the Wyoming Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Heading into fourth quarter action, so the real deal asked earlier about 10 seconds ago, how many turnovers did we have this quarter? South had 8 turnovers that quarter, bringing their total to 14 turnovers overall. We made, here's the surprising 3. We scored 11 points that quarter. 5 of those 11 points came from the free throw line. So, or 3 of them. So we made 3 field goals.
But we did miss 3 or 4 free throws too.
Yeah, we did, and we missed some high percentage shots. Now we do have Beasley back in. We have Bird back in. They both have 3 fouls each. I think you let them play it out from here.
You got to.
You're down by 5. You've been down by more. Unfortunately, it's the fourth quarter now. It's a nice little play by, on the floor.
It's a foul on Oliver with the body. Yeah, it's only his second foul.
Yeah, he's not in foul trouble. He's played a really clean game.
thing with Oliver is you got to take a charge on that guy.
Yep. Cameron gets the ball. Being hounded by number 5, much more. So Bird with the ball, gives it off to Weinberger. Weinberger now gives it back to Bird. Bird drives baseline, puts it up, and that's going to be rejected. And he travels.
Yeah, he caught it late, but that was.
Not only did he travel, that
yeah.
should have been an offensive foul because he cleared out with his elbow. You can't do that. He's lucky he got the travel call on that one. So South escapes that turnover with the turnover on their own. South down by 5, 47-42. Beasley, near side, gives it off to Bird. Bird at the elbow.
Looking for a little high-low action, trying to get the ball to Kobe.
Nobody's moving. Kobe wasn't moving, though. You know, you got to, like you said, take advantage of that mismatch he's got with Mirich.
I don't think, when's the last time he's touched the ball?
Man, I don't know. It's been a while.
Down on the blow.
South playing patient. They're only down 5. That's still a 2-possession game. I hate to start talking possessions this early into the fourth quarter, but
every possession counts at this point.
That's a good shot, but he doesn't go. Cameron has not hit a three-pointer since that first quarter surge, as he's still stuck on 8 points. Now he was on.
What's happened is he's gotten into foul trouble.
Yep.
He's messed up his rhythm.
9th rebound.
Good
there you
pass
go. And that's how you get a shooter back in rhythm. Who made that pass?
That was Caleb Phillips. Good point guard pass right there.
Boy, that's his 4th assist of the game. 4th assist of the game for Caleb Phillips. South back down by 3. 47-44. There's been 7 lead changes in this game. 4 ties. Oh!
Nice block.
And we get the ball back.
Caleb Phillips doing the thing to get this team back in it.
Boy, Caleb Phillips. He just said he doesn't like chocolate chip cookies. I want snickerdoodle.
I'll take both.
I'll take both. Don't just bring one in here.
Right.
Weinberger with the ball being guarded by Oliver.
Kobe, you got to want the ball.
Yeah, Kobe's not really working hard.
There he goes. He's going to the block now.
Give it to him when you're.
That's big time.
Or
right
take
there.
the 3.
Weinberger has done a lot this game.
And he just hit the
where we are right now.
47-47, 5th tie of the ball game.
Oh, that's got to be 3 seconds.
On the line, turnover.
Hey, 2-3 turnovers in a row.
So this has been a game of runs. A game of runs.
How about another one of those threes by Weinberger?
Well, I'll tell you what, that'd be huge. That would send this place.
How much does that cost?
Nuts.
I'd like to see that. Let's see. There he goes to the corner. There he comes. Huh? They're trying to get him. They
got a mismatch with Kobe and much more.
Oh, yeah. They got to give him the ball.
One thing you can't do is force anything like that.
Oh, my gosh. Transition.
49-47. 8th lead change of the game.
Giving up cheap baskets, man. It kills you.
30-second timeout by East. We're going to take a quick timeout with them on the Bison. 11-12 BISN.
Cheap baskets.
Your Bison Network.
Worry less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first-year premiums. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
As we're back, 5 minutes and 7 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Your South High Bison trail the number 2 ranked Cheyenne East Thunderbirds 49-47. It's been a great game. Largest lead of the game was 8 points early by Cheyenne East. Ever since then, it's fluctuated between 2 to 6.
What's been our largest lead?
Our largest lead was 4. Bird with the ball. He's far side, gives it off to Beasley. He's being guarded by one of the McCords. That's Demetrius. Nice move by
Nice
Get in
move.
there.
Yeah.
That's a nice one-on-one move by
That's
Beasley.
Beasley's game right there. That's what he does best.
6th tie of the ball game. As
He's a slasher.
Demetrius. I like that move, putting Beasley on
Eric
Oliver. Yeah.
Ooh. Rebound. There you go.
That's only his 2nd rebound.
Uh-oh. There it is. Boom. Oh. It looked good from here.
It did.
That'd have been huge.
Nothing's better than when you see your logo up on the screen. No shot. Travel. So it's still tied 49-49. Boy, if you guys can't hear the fans, this is as good of an atmosphere right now, except the only thing that would make it better is if it was being played at South or East,
right?
In my opinion, but that's just me. I'm biased to the.
Well, yeah, you gotta love Storey Gym though.
I do. I like it. It's all right. Their internet could be better, but.
Oh, dang it.
Not a good pass by Phillips. Turnover South. Scores tied 49-49, just under the halfway point of the final quarter. Oliver's near side. Oh, he has a wide open lane. You cannot let him have that.
He's almost automatic when he does that.
9th lead change now.
Get it to him. Got to get it to him. There you go.
That was a good defensive play there, though, by Mirich. He knew that Floyd was going to try that up and under, and he actually turned the right way.
Well,
and
you got to use Tanner to get the ball inside to Kobe, because if they double down, you got Tanner on the outside who can.
There you go.
Good pass. Boy, we're going to go down to the wire here.
Yes, we are. 7th tie of the ball game. 51-51. Now that's Xavier with the ball. He's far side. Nice there, switch. Now, got Gabe Patton. That's a nice little move to get by Bird. Oh, no. Oh.
You got to force him.
You got to want that rebound, Beasley. Yes.
Those are the kind of shots you want Eric Oliver to take, where he's fading away from the basket.
I think we just got one there.
Anytime he's going to the basket.
I take back everything I said about the officials in the first half. So Caleb Phillips with the ball to give South, looking to give South their first lead since 34-33 in the 3rd quarter.
The sophomore's feeling it. He said, we know there's a couple sophomores on the other side. Well, I'm a sophomore too. That's how you do it right there.
Cameron Burr with the
Bailey
big
does not
3-point
like
shot.
That's a little momentum builder right there.
South has their first lead since 20 points ago. Since 34-33, Bird hits
What's got into him?
I'll tell you what. You know what's gotten into him? 13 points. That's what's gotten into him.
Cameron Bird has always been a good shooter. I used to coach him when he was in 5th and 6th grade. He played on my competitive team, and even in 5th and 6th grade, he was knocking down consistently 3-pointers. He's a good shot, good player.
Well, I'm going to take a quick timeout with the real deal, Phil Vigil. You're listening to 1112 BISN, your Bison Network.
I'm but one of American National's clients. Thanks, Tina. That's my insurance agent. American National is some of the most generous reward programs in the industry, like cash back. If you go claim free for 3 consecutive years, they'll send you a check for 25% of your first year auto and home premiums. It's being smart with your money. For my insurance, I don't want to be lectured, I want to be heard. American National listens and offers the right coverage with real rewards. American National. Smart thinking rewarded.
Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
We're back here out of this Cheyenne East timeout. I want to give a shout out to some of our sponsors: Robert Martinez, American National Insurance, LCCC Golden Eagle Athletics, and S&J Signs for being our sponsors. If you want to sponsor our show, give us a call at 307-287-3205, as that's a good move there.
Good rebound
it's
by
rebounded by Floyd.
That's a great rebound by Kobe Floyd. He got strong, went up, grabbed it, was strong with it.
2:19.
I think another good move South's done is they put Mark Beasley on Eric Oliver. You put your best defender on Eric Oliver.
He is by far our best on-ball defender, and why he wasn't put on there. Steve McDonald, you need to settle down. South's winning 54-51.
Well, Where's Steve at? Where is he?
He just sent me a text. 54-51, your Bison are leading. 2 minutes left. 120 seconds. Kobe Floyd from the elbow.
No.
I wouldn't say that was a good shot, but that's a
not.
good rebound.
Oh,
And a foul!
Look at Mark Beasley. He's so quick off his feet. You know, he gets up there, too. He's got a lot of spring in his step.
And that's the 4th foul on Xavier.
We got to have these 2 free throws.
Oh, you got to have these 2 free throws.
You got to have these 2 free throws, and you got to make a defensive stance.
Well, I'll tell you what,
he
he hit some big free throws in Gillette. Let's see if he can hit some here in Storey Gym.
These 2 free throws right here.
3-point lead, 54-51.
Get in there. There you go.
Make it 55-51. South matches their largest lead of the game.
We need a defensive stance right here. Come on, D.
Gets one more.
It's a 2-possession game.
He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds. Got to get this one just a little long.
Oh, Caleb Phillips working there.
That's going to be.
No.
Ooh, he's got a better look.
Oh.
He's got a better look.
Hey, he snuck in there and almost got that. You better find Gabe Patton and Nick Merritt about right now.
Yeah, and Patton's over on the far baseline. Merritt is on their side.
Mark Beasley's face guarding Eric Oliver.
They're going to look to set screens. You're only down by 2 possessions, though. There's still plenty of time. They're not going to look to rush anything unless you leave Patton wide open like that. And Kobe Floyd gets a big rebound. This is a great call.
Coach Schaefer's calling zip, which is their delay game.
This is a great, great call, as long as you do not turn it over.
Zip is our delay game that we're using right now. You got to really take care of the ball at this point.
You want to kill about a minute off the clock right here, at least 30 seconds.
Got to make them foul you.
You're up by 4. There's a foul.
Foul right there.
And that's going to be the fourth on Demetrius.
Now it's free throw time. You got to make your free throws.
This is where the ball. This is where you get your lunch money.
I'll tell you what. This is what you need to do. You make these free throws here. Schaefer needs to call a timeout and say, "Do not lose Nick Marriage or Gabe Patton on the perimeter, or much more."
Cameron Bird's first trip to the free throw line.
You got to find those guys.
I will say, if there's anybody you wanted to foul out of 5 on there, he's probably the one, because he's got that shot just like that.
You need those free throws.
You're down by 4.
Uh-oh, he turned the ball over.
Nice. Give it to either Phillips or Weinberger, or to Beasley.
Bring it out. Bring it out. You don't need a score. Bring it out. Make them foul you. Use that clock.
Under a minute left.
There's a foul right there.
Give it to Weinberger. He's the better free throw. He's the better free throw shooter. That's a good timeout call. South leading by 4. 55-51 with 48 seconds left. I want to welcome the new newspaper guy on my left here. He's
the new guy?
Yep, the new guy.
Where's he from?
Where are you from? Where'd you come from? Northeast Iowa.
Northeast Iowa.
And his first game in Cheyenne, and it's this, a 55-51 ball game. Of course, he's being mentored by the great Jeremiah Jonke. Jeremiah didn't hear me call him great.
He didn't hear you.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to my partner, all of our friends, the voice of the Bison, Steve McDonald and his family.
Steve McDonald, where you at, man?
Hey, just so you know, all of Bison Nation, their thoughts and prayers are with you and your family. We miss you, we love you, and we can't wait to have you back on the air. Boy, you're missing a dandy here at Storey Gym, 55-41.
This is a great job, Steve.
Let's give the rundown. Both teams are in the bonus. Single,
just
regular bonus.
You got to really take care of the ball. They're going to foul you. You got to make your free throws.
And they're going to look to foul you quick.
And you got to rebound on the defensive end.
This is the right move. They're getting Cameron inbound. So now you got your 2 best free throw shooters set to inbound, set to receive. This is actually a good call. Unless you turn it over.
Gosh. Oh, and it turns it right back over. No. Oh, my gosh. Did I just see what I thought
Kobe
I saw?
Floyd just said, not today.
Oh, and we turn it over again.
Oh, my goodness. Why are we doing that? Why are we doing that? Why are we going for 2 points?
Kobe Floyd just rejected
Eric Oliver
and sent it back to Albuquerque. You got to play some
Kobe
D here.
Floyd said, "I do not accept post-dated checks."
Yes.
You're down
Gotta
by,
play some D.
you're up by 4. You got to play good D.
Cover, got
That's a good foul. That's a good foul. That's going to be on.
Got to take care of the ball and make your free
Is that
throws.
Beasley or Bird? Cameron Bird.
Cameron Bird is
That's his fourth. It's a 1-and-1. Unfortunately, he'll make both of these.
You got to rebound right here. You
And
gotta
Coach
hope
calling
this
center up. This is a good, because they're going to go full court. South has 2 timeouts. East with 1. You know he's going to make both. Is now Demetrius checking back in. So defense for offense, or offense for defense.
Yeah, that's a good move.
They're going to go to center up. That turnover down here after that block was a big turning point.
Yes.
If there's a key to the game, it's that one right here. They should have never thrown that. They should have never thrown that pass. They should have just forced the foul.
Out. Yeah, got to the free
So the
throw.
score is 55-53. No timeout. Just a sub. Center up. Get it to Weinberger or Phillips. 24. You got to get it across the timeline, though.
Bring it.
There's the foul.
You've got to make these free throws here.
Got to make at least one.
What are we in, the bonus still? Yeah, 1-1.
Just a bonus.
Well, you make both of these free throws. We're sitting really good.
You got to concentrate on that first one, though.
Yeah. Here comes the shooters back in for East.
Now, granted, you want these type of plays when you're this type of player, but I'm kind of hoping either Caleb Phillips or Weinberger's up there at the line.
Come on, sophomore. We need these 2 free throws.
There you go. Prove me wrong,
There's
Cameron.
butter.
And he
That's
gets the
what you
bonus.
call butter.
14 seconds left. South leads 56-53.
This is the big one right here. He makes
This
one,
is
we're
a
in business.
huge one. I bet you Schaefer calls a timeout right after this
You
man.
got to set up your defense.
I think he's already told the ref.
Out of kid.
He hits both.
No, he's going to let him play. Get that. No.
South
Ooh,
up by
that's
4.
good. Oh, there's a turnover.
Nope. Nice deflection by Bird. South leads 4 points, 57-53. Oh, my goodness. My palms are sweating like I'm out there playing. I'm glad I put deodorant on.
Oh, my God. Where'd he shoot that from?
Give him that, too.
Yeah, give him that.
That's his final timeout.
So, who's your best free throw shooter? You got to get the ball to him.
Weinberger.
Get your ball to the best free throw shooter.
Weinberger's, now granted, he's only shot like 3 free throws all season.
Where'd he shoot
because he
that
never
ball from?
drives.
That guy shot the ball from Burns right there. Did you see that?
89. He's an 89% free throw shooter is Weinberger.
You got to get your best free throw shooter the ball right here.
They're going to look to make a quick foul, so you cannot force anything stupid. Or you try to throw it long, touch it down here, and make them bring it up full court. What do you do, Coach?
Well, you're looking for the long pass here, but you're taking a chance, and only if it's extremely open. But I think Coach Schaefer's going to play it safe and just get it to your best free throw shooter and let him make some free throws.
Well, I'll tell you what, right now, if we were to go 11-12 BISN player of the game, who's your vote for? I mean, we got Bird, we got Floyd.
I like the way Caleb Phillips played today, man.
You know, Caleb Phillips played pretty big. I mean, he's at 6 dishes. I think you're right.
Turnovers.
He's been a good floor general.
They're going to give it to Beasley.
There's the turnover you didn't want. Out of bounds, south ball.
South ball. 2.9. You got to get the ball. You got a timeout till. You still got timeout.
He's got 2 timeouts. He knows that.
Now you can't move on the baseline.
Nope. This inbound is huge. There it is. There's the ball game. South wins 57-55. We're going to take a timeout, and we're going to talk to Caleb Phillips, our 11-12 BISN player of the game. Well, I'm glad they didn't hear that timeout, huh?
I know. They were.
We're going to take a quick timeout, come back here after the handshakes.
That's a big win.
On 11-12 BISN,
hey.
your Bison Network, okay?
We're less about your insurance coverage while adding money back into your wallet with the American National Cashback Reward Program. Insure your auto and home and remain claim-free for 3 consecutive years, and you can get back 25% of your first-year premiums. Best of all, your reward continues every year as long as you remain claim-free. Let Robert Martinez reward your smart thinking. Call him today at 307-514-5003.
It may not require a textbook, but it's filled with valuable lessons. It may not take place in a classroom.
Hey, this is Alan, 1112 BISN, and we are here with our 1112 BISN player of the game, number 4, the junior, Caleb Phillips. Caleb, first of all, congratulations on a huge win. Nobody said you could do it. You guys came in the underdogs to the number 2 seed. Back and forth game. How did you help keep your team as the floor general under control out there?
I just think we executed well, and we took care of the ball well at the end, and then we just pulled it out.
You were down by 8 points earlier in the first half. You guys chipped away. Was there something you noticed, you know, they were doing defensively that you knew you guys can get back into this?
They're a great offensive team, but I think they struggle a little bit on the defensive end. So we just learned to attack the basket because our shots weren't falling. Well,
Caleb, you had 6 assists this game. That's 12 points you assisted on. Congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Caleb Phillips, number 4, the junior, 11-12 BISN player of the game. We're going to get Coach Schaefer here now. Coach Schaefer going to come in and talk to us. Man, what an exciting game as he's going to come finish this out with us. We're going to get Schaefer on.
Let's get the sweaty headphones.
I know, huh? Oh, boy, Coach, I'll tell you what. These games against Cheyenne East can never get more exciting than this.
Yeah, it's a little too exciting.
I'll tell you what. Your team showed great resolve today. They were down by 8 points early in the second quarter. Could you tell that that East was starting to build some momentum there early in the second half even?
Yeah, I mean, there were some points where they got up 6 or 8, and, you know, it's we'd make a big shot. You know, every time they got to that point, we'd make a big shot. And, you know, fortunately we shot the ball well today, and we just showed a lot of grit. I mean, I'm proud as heck of these guys. We showed a lot of grit, fought, and hung in there. And, you know, at halftime I said if we can just hang in there the last couple of minutes and find ways to win the basketball game in the last 2 minutes, you know, that's probably where it's going to come down to. And I thought we did a great job. You know, we missed some free throws and a couple of dumb turnovers. But, you know, overall, just a lot of grit and effort, and it's a great win for the Bison.
Usually when a team scores 30 points on you guys in the first half, it hasn't been really well. What did you tell your team at halftime to have them come out to continue playing strong? Granted, you were only down 2 points going into the half.
I thought we played pretty well defensively. They shot the ball well, and Patton hurt us. He hurt us. You know, he's a shooter, and we had to get out and try to guard the 3, and he hurt us getting to the rim a little bit. But you know, we gave up 31 or whatever it was at 33, but I thought we played pretty well defensively. So.
Okay, Coach, now I know you always hate to look ahead after such a big victory, but it doesn't get any easier. You got the number 5 ranked Central Indians on Friday right here. How do you get your team refocused with only 1 day in between games?
Well, I'm just glad we have the 1 day. The next time we play them, it's back-to-back, and it's just brutal trying to play these inter-city rivalries back-to-back. So the fact that we have a day is really beneficial to us, and a chance to regroup and talk about Central tomorrow and hopefully come out Friday and play well against Central.
Well, Coach, the best part about it is right now you're 3-2 in the 4A East Conference. You got a game in hand over 3 other teams. Good luck. We'll see you Friday night, Coach.
All right, thanks, Alan. Appreciate it.
That's head basketball coach Jim Schaefer on 11-12 BISN. Cheyenne South wins an exciting ball game, 57-55. Steve will be back here hopefully Friday night, and hopefully, hey, real deal.
Let me just say a couple things. I just want to say thank you for letting me be a part of this.
Boy, we've been trying to get you on. I know you got
there. We go.
We've been trying to get you on, and thank you for joining us. And, you know,
thank you anytime,
there'll be more opportunities. I know Steve's going to be roughing a varsity game in Pine Bluff here in a couple weeks.
Man. So just let me know. I love doing this with you.
You're more than welcome.
Time, so yeah,
you're more than welcome to come in here. And if at least not, we can at least get our real deal going with you again.
Yeah.
So your Cheyenne South Bison pull off the upset against number 2 ranked Cheyenne East, 57-55. We'll see you Friday night right here on the Bison. 11-12 BISN, your Bison Network.